Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another National Racing Network iRacing broadcast. Tonight we have a doubleheader coming up for you here. We're going to kick things off at Lernerville Speedway out here in western Pennsylvania. Tonight it's going to be the kids of the iRacing Quarter Midget Club taking on the outside wallless wonder in the 305 sprint cars. And this is race number 1 of the Quarter Midget iRacing Club Sunday series. They're going to run just about every other week. Coming up next week, they'll be at Limaland, followed by Cedar Lake, Volusia, Williams Grove, and Knoxville. And that's going to take us all the way in to the middle of the month of March. A lot of the same names you'll see on the Wednesday night series that we broadcast every Wednesday at 7 o'clock. Noah Carpenter and Nathan Coaster already with a couple of wins there. That series is going to run every Wednesday, so we have 4 more weeks of that coming up. Next Wednesday night, it will be the 305s at the Eldora Speedway, taking on the Big E in Rossburg, Ohio. Get you look here at Landon Hathaway in the number 10. Actually, probably see all the paint jobs disappear and then reappear on us here as we get the Trading Paints update rolling along here. Get you the race info here from the Lernerville Speedway, Sarver, Pennsylvania, 1/3 mile oval. Going to be a cool night. We do have a doubleheader coming up for you here. Up next, 100 laps for the 358 modifieds from Cedar Lake. That one is going to be the Frosty 100, benefiting the American Cancer Society. Got to say a bunch of thank yous here to folks that help put the racing action on here for the Quarter Midget kids first, though. We're going to kick things off with a sanctioning body. The Quarter Midget iRacing Club brings together Quarter Midget drivers from around the country to race against each other. From ages 5 to 16, your child can also participate by visiting facebook.com/Quarter Midget iRacing Club. That's all one big word on that one. Thank you to Grams Inc. for helping with the Points Fund. Grams Inc. is a 6-year young company representing grandparents who unconditionally support their favorite race teams. Points Fund assistance is also provided by Anderson Racing. They're a family-run Quarter Midget racing team consisting of Josh Bobblehead Anderson, Established in 2014, based in Newcastle, Delaware, and members at the Blackbird Quarter Midget Club. Thank you to Anderson Racing for your support of the Quarter Midget iRacing Club. Tonight's race is presented by Hathaway Racing in Grand Haven, Michigan. Hathaway Racing is a family-run quarter midget racing team consisting of Landon and Grayson Hathaway. Contact Tony Hathaway for more information on their racing program at facebook.com/HathawayRacing10. Banners for the top three in both series are being presented by Hammerhead Promotions. Hammerhead Promotions was formed in 2001 out of a passion to serve the motorsports community. Initially involved in web design in their early days, they've shifted their focus to photography and preserving special moments in people's lives. Contact Dave Nail at hammerheadpromotions.com. Tonight's race is also presented by Hella Graphics from Coldwater, Michigan. Not just graphics, Hella Graphics. From RC to big cars and everything in between, they have your graphics needs covered. They also specialize in banners, trophies, awards, and decals. Check them out online at hellagraphics.com. That's HELLAGRAFFIX.com. And thank you for your support of the Quarter Midget iRacing Club.
Heading out, man. You want to ride?
No, I got my car, but I actually really need to go to the bathroom.
Dude, are you okay?
I am definitely buzzed.
Yeah.
I think I will take this, and I will take that ride home.
Free Geek Pen is an electronics recycling center which specializes in restoring electronics to usable condition. They turn salvageable parts from donated equipment into working electronics for those on a budget. The best part is your old gear doesn't end up in a landfill. Free Geek Pen also does computer repair. Find them online at freegeekpen.org. Give them a call at 717-721-2494 or stop by the shop on Main Street in Ephrata. Think freegeekpen.org. If there's one thing every car guy hates, it's cleaning the garage. Do you want to take most of the time and hassle out of that job? Then call Zone Garage of Eastern Pennsylvania and New Jersey. Agnes and her crew will have your garage, shop, basement, or even your porch looking great all the time. With unique patterns and designs, plus the ability to incorporate your logo or any artwork, your space will never have looked better. Installation is done in 1 day, guaranteed, and Zone Garage offers a 20-year warranty on the top coat. Their coatings are durable, anti-slipped, and impact resistant. Give them a call at 570-856-6067. That's 570-856-6067 for Zone Garage of Eastern Pennsylvania and New Jersey. At 600cc Performance, our roots run deep in CC racing. A leader in fuel injection, dyno tuning, wiring, and diagnostics. With over 15 years of experience in building and tuning, you can count on us to get you to the winner's circle. Whether it is diagnostics, sales, or service, 600cc Performance is your source for everything CC racing. Find out more at 600ccperformance.com. All right, everybody, welcome back here to Lernerville Speedway. Taking a look here at the number 87. He's going to be the 11 in your timing and scoring. And we'll bring up the timing tower here so you can get a feel for where your favorite driver is running this evening with about 5 minutes left in practice. Reed Whitney, he's the number 11 in timing and scoring, but he's the 87 on your screen. As he goes tumbling off into the pit area. We'll pick up the 76 of Larry Kelleher. Want to remind everybody you can support the National Racing Network on Patreon. Visit patreon.com/National Racing Network. And for just a couple of bucks a month, you can support all the work that we do in getting these broadcasts on the air. Everything from iRacing to studio shows like the new High Side Hustle that premiered this Thursday night. We'll be coming back next Thursday following the Chili Bowl. And our live at-track racing broadcast we'll have throughout the summer, including Lanco's Clyde Martin Memorial Speedway every Saturday night. A couple other racetracks going to be coming on board here soon as well. Really excited to get some of these announcements made over the next couple of weeks as well. So head on over to patreon.com/National Racing Network. And don't forget to like us on the socials, Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram, all at National Racing Network. And on Twitter at the NRN TV. Taking a look at some of the comments coming in here already from YouTube. Mark Carpenter saying, thank you to Gio and Joe for doing this for the kids. Yeah, Gio and Joe Ollie are the ones putting together and doing the heavy lifting behind the series here. And absolutely fantastic work. It is a pleasure to get the broadcast. Some of the rising stars coming up through the Quarter Midget racing ranks. Also, seeing Lillian Schaefer checking in, saying, go Gavin. Karen Carpenter checking in, saying, go Logan. So, yeah, very cool to see some of the families and friends of these young drivers checking in already. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast. And like we said, we've got another, once we get through the Quarter Midgets, we've got another full race broadcast coming up tonight, and it's all going to be in one stream, so you're not going to miss anything. Up next is going to be the Frosty 100 from Cedar Lake Speedway for the 358 modifieds. This one is going to be a ton of fun. There are some very, very big names. You got to see some of them last night with the 50-lap Prelude event won by Bryce Bailey, and there's some interesting awards that are coming up for that one. But the big one is that race is a benefit for the American Cancer Society, and we'll try to get some information from our race organizers on that one of how you can donate to the American Cancer Society. They've already totaled up several $100s, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it, because first we're going to run the Quarter Midget kids, and down to just about 1 minute and 50 seconds left here. You see all the sponsor logos that are going to rotate through in the upper right-hand side. Once again, I have to say a huge thank you to the Quarter Midget iRacing Club for having us broadcast their racing events. These are all drivers from the ages of 5 to 16. Oh, and there you go. We've already moved through to qualifying here. So let's get qualifying mode up on the screen, and you'll see the names come across the bottom of the screen as they take to the racetrack for qualifications. What you're looking for is underneath the driver's name, you'll see a thin stripe, a dark gray stripe right now. You just saw it under Kipton Stratton's name, Dustin Weber as well. And let's see here. Let's pick up the 77 of Matthew Goslin. And basically what you're going to see is the drivers will start to circulate through on your screen. When the box is green, it is a personal best. When it is purple, it's an overall best. And right now that belongs to Noah Carpenter. He's going to be quick lap time of the session at a 14:43, 14.43 seconds for Noah Carpenter. See who is working their laps here. This is the 67 of Dylan Baldwin working lap number 2. All these drivers are going to get 2 laps. Dylan Baldwin moves up to the 9th position. No quick time on the racetrack. That belongs to Jace Mungin at a 14.41. 14:41 for Jace Mungin as he completes lap number 2, and that'll wrap up his qualification run. There you see Jace coming to a stop. See who else we have out on the racetrack here. Let's pick up the 10 of Landon Hathaway. This car going to be very quick as well. That's the number 10 Chick-fil-A colors. Hathaway down the back straightaway into 3 and 4. See where Landon's going to trip the timing beam here. How about 5th quick? 14.59 seconds, 14:59 for Landon Hathaway. Last car who's going to get to make a lap is going to be the 53 of Nathan Coaster. He already has a win in the Wednesday series. Lap 1 does not score. Lap number 2 comes in at a 14:57, 14.57 seconds for Nathan Coaster. Oh, there you go. Lap number 2 was quicker, so that was the outlap that we saw not scoring. 14:53, Nathan Coaster jumps up to position number 5. And that should be it for the qualification sessions here. Looks like everybody has turned their allotted 2 laps. So we're going to pretty quickly move into heat race action. Pull up some of your comments coming in here. Janet Blatt-Watt saying, go Logan Watt. We talked about it last week. You got to tell us what you think of the nicknames here. Dad's the electric company. Is Logan the power plant? Here are your qualification results. Jace Mungin, Landon Hathaway, Noah Carpenter, Seth Stenzel going to be on the pole for what should be 4 heat races. Nathan Coaster, Reed Whitney, James Freeze, Dylan Baldwin, David Milazar, and Vincent Gucci round out your top 10. There you see the cars on the grid. And they will start to roll off here in just a second. You'll see them pull out at turn number 4. And here is the starting lineup for heat race number 1. Jace Mungin, Nathan Coaster going to be on the front row for this one. David Milazar and Gavin Krupp in row number 2. Seth Christensen and Logan Mears in row number 3. Connor Maralby. Let me try that one again. Connor Marably and Michaela in row number 4. Row 5 will have Jax Whitner and Julian Rexroad. And Peanut all alone in row number 6. Field's going to go 2 laps behind the iRacing safety truck. Lights are out, so we are getting ready to go racing. Field already off of turn number 2 and down the back straightaway. Through 3 and 4. Green flag in the air. We are underway. 10 laps the distance here in heat race number 1. Nathan Coaster is going to grab the early lead. 3 wide into 1. How about that, ladies and gentlemen? They're already getting after it. That was a big move by the 40 of David Milazar looking inside. The battle's going to be side by side. Oh, a little bit of contact for the race lead. That's going to open up the door for Gavin Krupp. He's the 24 Abreu Vineyards sponsored machine. Power move to the outside by Jace Mudgeon. He's going to be your leader that time by. Down to 8 laps remaining in this one, too quickly already in the books. Nathan Coaster, Gavin Krupp battling for second. Let's pick up 4th place, David Milazar. That is the transfer spot right now. Milazar going to fall in line behind Krupp. The key to the 305s is you've got to keep your foot down and not give up any speed anywhere on the racetrack. We'll get you a couple of in-cars. If you hear the revs start to dip, that's a big problem. You're going to lose a ton of ground there. It's really a perfect kind of training ground car for these younger drivers to learn the control and be able to keep your foot in it, running consistently clean lines. Best lap of the race belongs to your leader, Jace Mudgeon, at a 14:37. He went 14:38 last time by. Trouble on the racetrack for Jax Whitmer. Looks like Michaela Fullerton and Connor Mirably also having issues. Jax Whitmer now returning out onto the racetrack. Fullerton and Mirably running in the 9th and 10th positions. No battle for the transfer, so we'll pick up race leader Jace Mudgeon. Get you the close-up look off of turn number 4 and straight into your living room. White flag is out, 1 to go here in heat race number 1. Checkered flag out on this one, and Jace Mudgeon picks up a dominating win over Nathan Coaster, Gavin Krupp, and David Milazar. That's going to be the 4 that should transfer in. As soon as we get the results, we'll show them to you here. And there it is, Jace Mudgeon, Nathan Coaster, Gavin Krupp, and David Milazar, the 4 I believe they're going to transfer in. Seth Christensen, Logan Mears, Julian Rexroad, Peanut, Michaela Fullerton, excuse me, Connor Mirably, and Jax Whitmer. All are going to have to head to the Consi. Grid for heat race number 2 out on the racetrack. Now Landon Hathaway and Reed Whitney going to make up the front row. Those two are going to be very stout at the front of the field. Vincent Gucci and Matt Hune will make up row number 2. Dustin Weber and Logan Watt in row number 3. Landry Deneen and Ryan Lacombe in row number 4. Nicholas Chamber Jr., Cole Bennett in row 5, and row 6 will have Jake Moyer. So there is your front row of Hathaway and Whitney. And once again, you can't necessarily go by the timing and scoring, at least the positions in timing and scoring, because they're very, very likely to be a little bit different. So makes it a little bit tough on us for the play-by-play as well. Some of the comments checking out Gina Rexroad saying, have fun, kids, go Julian. How about this one from YouTube? James Freeze checking in saying, go me. That's fantastic. Green flag's out. We are underway. It's a good start for Hathaway. In fact, not a very good start for Reed Whitney at all. He's going to fall back to 3rd. Oh, man, big move to the outside, though. A little bit of a bobble by Vincent Gucci. He's going to run the inside in the Sturm chassis entry. Almost making contact. That's the little bit of a bobble that we talked about, where you see the RPMs drop and both cars that were behind Gucci catch right in. Logan Watt holding down the 4th position. He's going to be in the transfer. Going after Vincent Gucci, though. Let's see if we can get you the onboard here, so you can kind of hear that throttle just a little bit. on board there with Logan Watt. He looked to the outside of Gucci. That's going to be the battle for the third position. Down to 5 to go in this one. Watt way up on the high side, almost over the berm. There is nothing to catch you there, nothing to push you back onto the racetrack. Slide job, turn 3 and 4. Watt able to grab the spot. Gucci get across under, try to take the spot back. He's going to return the favor with the slider in 1 and 2. Watt's going to get the good drive off the corner, but nice return of the slider by Vincent Gucci. He's going to hold on to third. And these two better not have any issues here because the 54 of Dustin Weber is right there ready to pounce. Down to 3 to go. We'll stay with the battle here because Hathaway, oh, big contact. Watt almost goes around. They're still dooring each other down the front straightaway. Whole lot of right side romance from Dustin Weber. He's going to get the job done. Now Logan Watt going to be on the outside looking in. We're down to 1 to go. Is Watt going to return the favor in turns 3 and 4? Checkered flag is going to come out on this one, and Landon Hathaway picks up the win by 2 1/4 seconds. Reed Whitney, Vincent Gucci, Dustin Weber, year 4 that'll transfer. How about that action? Yeah, Logan showing a little bit of displeasure there as we wrap things up here in heat race number 2. Get the results up on screen for you, and this one will have Landon Hathaway, Reed Whitney, Vincent Gucci, Dustin Weber, the 4 that'll transfer. Matt Hugh and Ryan Lacombe. Logan Watt actually penalized there at the end of that one, tail end of the longest line, because he's going to come home in 7th, and that's really going to hurt in the consi and having to transfer through. Landry Deneen 1 lap down, Cole Bennett, Nicholas Chabert Jr., and Jake Moyer round out the field on this one. Starting grid for heat race number 3 as they get ready to roll onto the racetrack. Noah Carpenter and James Freeze going to make up the front row for this one. Andrew Bogus and Connor Fetro in row number 2. Larry Kelleher and Lucas Kostick in row number 3. Whole lot of Northeast flavor in this one. Row number 4, David Camden and Matthew Goslin. Row 5, Ethan Kessel and Dylan Kotu. And Austin Camp out of the Northwest. Noah Carpenter, a Florida driver. Andrew Bogus from Michigan. David Camden from Indiana. Ethan Kessel out of the Northwest region. So is Austin Camp. Dylan Kotu, a New England driver. How about that one? We got kids from all over the country driving with us here tonight. That is fantastic. Checking back in on the comments here as the field rolls on pace lap number 1. Lillian Schaefer checking in, saying, good job, Gavin. A little bit of love from Jennifer Kelleher saying, nice job, Vinny, there. Mindy Harris checking in, saying, let's go, Camp. John Mirabelli, a fan of Larry Kelleher. I think Mom checking in here, Jennifer Kelleher saying the Rockwell Rocket. Yeah, absolutely love the nickname on that one. Pace truck is off. We are getting ready to roll here. Heat race number 3 is green. Carpenter jumps out to the big lead. Wow, big move by Freeze. Wow, did he have that car hooked up. Here comes the slider in 3 and 4 for the lead. Freeze going to slide up the racetrack. Big cross under by Carpenter, but it's not going to be enough. Carpenter going to try to return the favor in 1 and 2. Freeze is really going to have a big drive off the corner, though. Maybe not enough. These kids are throwing haymakers at each other. We're only 1 lap into the heat race. Carpenter gets the slider done in 1 and 2. Olth tries to throw a little bit of a left rear at Freeze, but he's going to get the pass made, and this time it's going to stick. Carpenter going to move to the inside of the racetrack, try to slide up the racetrack. Oh, this may be contact. Yes, it is, down the back straightaway. Freeze off the back of the racetrack, comes back in. He's going to lose second to Lucas Kostick. Kostick up 3 spots. Now we've got a 3-way battle for the race lead down the back straightaway. Carpenter holds on to the spot. Kostick and Freeze going to be side by side into 3 and 4. Halfway home in this one. 5 down, 5 laps to go. Carpenter stretching the lead now out to about a half second. He wants to see these two battle side by side. Just kind of by nature. Oh, as Kostick clips one of the infield tires, that slowed him up just a little bit. Going to be all that Freeze needed, but it slowed the two of them up combined. Carpenter now leading by over a second. Kostick and Freeze dueling. No battle for the transfer. Little bit of contact gives them the chrome horn. Oh, into turn 1. Big contact right-hand side. Freeze is going to pick up the spot. Let's see. Kostick going to be able to fight back to the inside. And no quarter will be given this time as we're down to 2 to go. What a battle for the runner-up spot we have here. Freeze and Kostick. Big slider 3 and 4. Oh, they get into the back of each other again. White flag is out, 1 to go. Freeze to the inside. Kostick up high. They make contact one more time. You think these kids are racing with fenders on here, but they're not. Oh, and there's the contact. They're both going to get up into the fence. Second's gone. Third's gone. Neither one's going to transfer. How about that finish? 3rd place goes to Connor Fetro. 4th to David Camden in the 34. Your runner-up, Matthew Goslin. Holy cow, what a finish to that one. Get you the results for heat race number 3. Carpenter, Goslin, Fetro, and Camden, the 4 that'll transfer. Bogus, Freeze, Kelleher, Kostick. The 8 cars finishing on the lead lap. Camp, Kessel, and Kotu all a lap down. Here's the grid for heat race number 4 as they roll out onto the racetrack. Seth Stenzel out of Georgia and Dylan Baldwin out of the Mid-South will make up the front row. Jackson White from New Jersey and Atlantic driver Josh Anderson in row number 2. Damian Harris out of the Northwest and Kipton Stratton from Pennsylvania in row number 3. Row 4 will have California's Matthew Lind and the Mid-South's Caden Hazel. Row number 5, Titan Deal from Pennsylvania and another Keystone State native, Jocelyn Darrensing, completing that final row. Go green. Pull up the comment here from Andrew Murphy. I think that about sums up the reaction to that one. Holy cow, what a finish to heat number 3. Let's see what heat number 4 is going to deliver here. Green flag in the air. We are underway in heat race number 4. Once again, 10 laps the distance. Oh, a couple of cars having an issue there. I think Kipton Stratton may have gone off the back of the banking. Baldwin in the 67 up front. That car number matches. So the Seth Stenzel. The mean green, number 36. That's the battle for the race lead. There's your top 4, in fact, and they've pretty well checked out. So we'll hold on to this battle right here at the front. Stenzel going to try the slider wisely. Just breeze the throttle enough to let Baldwin by, but with no contact. I don't think you'll, no contact, you won't see a penalty either. This battle settling down. The battle for 3rd and 4th, pretty quiet as well, but let's show you those two cars as leaders may hit lap traffic here pretty quickly. 21, very Christopher Bell looking entry for Josh Anderson, currently in the 3rd position. The 99 of Jackson White. Yeah, leaders are in lap traffic. Let's pick them up here at the front. Baldwin going to throw the big slider into 1 and 2. Oh, contact. Baldwin goes around. Stenzel's going to be able to keep his foot in it. Josh Anderson now going to hold on to 2nd. Jackson White. Dylan Baldwin falling out. And here's now 4th place running. Jocelyn Darensing up 6 positions with 4 to go. Darensing 9 seconds behind the race leader, but it may be enough to transfer here. Darensing having a little bit of a connection issue. Oh, Darensing goes around. That's going to promote Damian Harris to the 4th position. Harris now in the 20. 2 to go at the front of the field. Seth Stenzel has checked out. The lead a 2.5 seconds. In fact, pretty rapidly catching up to the 31 of Kipton Stratton. Checkered flag going to fly on this one. And Seth Stenzel picks up the win. Pick up 4th place running Damian Harris. That car may not get to keep its finishing position. Judging by the fact that there's some missing bodywork, that typically would be a black flag that the driver would have to serve. So we'll see what race control has to say about that one and who's going to hold on to their spots here. Heat race number 4, there are your results. Stenzel, White, Anderson, and Harris, the only 4 cars on the lead lap. So, yeah, and actually it's being scored 12 seconds back. Harris was given an end of the line penalty, but it basically put him to the back of the lead lap cars. So Damian Harris is going to transfer. Dylan Baldwin, Jocelyn Darensing, Caden Hazel, Kipton Stratton, Titan Deal, and Matthew Lynn all heading to the Consi. Consolation race number 1, and this one I believe will be a D main. But we'll kind of see how that one's going to score out here. Seth Christensen and Andrew Bogus going to make up the front row for this one. Logan Mears and James Freeze in row number 2. Freeze was running, remember, in that really exciting 3rd heat race. He was running up towards the front. That last lap contact drops him all the way to the back here. Julian Rexroad out of the Atlantic and Larry Kelleher from Pennsylvania in row number 3. Peanut Lucas Kostick in row 4. Michaela Austin Camp in row number 5. Connor Mirably and Ethan Kessel making up the final row for this one. They are already on pace lap number 2. $15 laps will be the distance on this one. Pace truck is off. Green flag's in the air. We're underway. Wow, big move by Freeze. He actually had to back out of it because he would have gotten a penalty for jumping the start. Oh, in contact. Freeze gets into the right-hand side of, I believe that was Bogus. Might have been Mears. These cars are swapping paint and positions all over the place. Hard into the outside wall goes Mears. 14 to go. Seth Christensen, the race leader. Freeze going to slide up the racetrack big time. Oh, there's contact. That's going to put Kostick around. Lucas Kostick going to fall towards the back of the field. Little bit of maybe, I don't want to say overly aggressive, but maybe ill-timed move on that one. James Freeze, Andrew Bogus going to battle for a second. Now Freeze looking to the outside. Christensen slides up the racetrack just a little bit. Freeze gets the great run down the back straightaway. We saw in the heat race, he's not afraid to use the chrome horn. Now Bogus able to come past through 3 and 4. Nice pass there by Andrew Bogus. Top 3 running a fantastic race here at the front of the field. Seeing Michaela Fullerton going a lap down in the number 9. Excuse me, that was Austin Camp in the 9 going a lap down. The two-way battle for second is now a three-way battle for the race lead. Big slide job by Freeze. Oh, Bogus gets up onto the back of Freeze down the back straightaway. Tell you what, these kids are putting on a show here. And we are only in consolation race number 1. Christensen, Freeze, Bogus, Kostick, Morably, your top 5. One car coming to a stop up against the outside wall on the front straightaway. Pretty impressed to not see many incidents with lapped cars tonight. This racetrack can be very, very difficult, especially if you get off over the banking, down the back straightaway. If you get out in turns 1 and 2, you're basically going to re-enter right there, just before you see the scoreboard pop into your screen. And it can absolutely cause havoc if these drivers are re-entering the racetrack in an unsafe way, and they look pretty darn good tonight. Top 4 cars all within 3 seconds of each other. And it's going to be 14 seconds back to Julian Rexroad. And in fact, Rexroad may be the next car ahead of Kostick. Yep, that was it. Julian Rexroad going 1 lap down. So we'll run you through the field here quickly as we're down to 2 to go. There's Christensen, your race leader. Andrew Bogus in the 71, going to be battling with James Freeze, and no reason to fight right now unless it's only 2 that they're transferring. Now white flag is out, 1 lap to go. Christensen with a 2-second lead, only 4 cars on the lead lap. Christensen picks up the win. Bogus going to come home second. Third belongs to James Freeze. Fourth, Lucas Kostick. Let's take a look here. And this, there you go. This is the results of your C main for tonight. Christensen, Bogus, Freeze, Kostick, Rexroad, Whitmer, Kelleher, Camp, Mears, Morably, your top 10. Judging by the field for this one, this is a 2B main setup tonight because we have no transfer drivers. So actually, we won't know who transferred to the A until we get out there. So here is your starting grid for the second B main. Matt Hune from Michigan, Dylan Baldwin from the Mid-South going to make up row number 1. Ryan Lacombe and Jocelyn Darensing in row number 2. Logan Watt and Caden Hazel in row 3. Landry Deneen and Kipton Stratton, Ohio, Pennsylvania natives respectively in row 4. Row 5, Cole Bennett and Titan Deal. Nicholas Chamber Jr., Matthew Lind in row number 6. And row number 7, Jake Moyer and Dylan Kotu. Neat look overhead at the field as we get ready to go racing. Once again, want to thank all the people supporting the racing tonight. Quarter Midget iRacing Club, Grams Inc., Anderson Racing, Hathaway Racing, Hammerhead Promotions, and Hella Graphics. Oh, several cars crashing early on the start here of this one. Big trouble right on the start. We got to bring this one back. Get you a Hot Shoe Racewear instant replay on this one. Jocelyn Darensing almost making contact. Several cars crashing down the front straightaway. What a mess that was. Not a very good start at all for some of these cars towards the front of the field. So we'll go back to live racing. Your race leader at the front of the field by 2.25 seconds is Dylan Baldwin. Logan Watt running about 3/4 of a second back. Excuse me, about 2 seconds back. And then it's another 3/4 of a second back to Landry Deneen. Caution flag on the racetrack. And this race does have admin cautions that are thrown. Judging by the race setup, because that wreck on lap 1 would have absolutely been cause for a caution. Let's get you through the running order here. Matt Hune is being scored a lap down. Jocelyn Darensing, Kipton Stratton, and Caden Hazel are pit side. Titan Deal also being shown in the pit area as well. So down to 9 cars out on the racetrack. We'll pick up your race leader, Dylan Baldwin. Going to be a double file restart here. And something that we talked about it a little bit during the Wednesday shows, but something that we are not able to see on the broadcast side of things, and actually the admins, the people running the race, can't see it either, is any driver who gets a black flag issued by iRacing. If they fail to heed the black flag in race, it's going to penalize them to the end of the longest line. Green flag back in the air. Baldwin jumps out the early lead, but what a drive off of turn 2 for Logan Watt. Everybody back in the picture for this one. Now Watt going to look to the inside just a little bit. Big wiggle out of Landry Deneen running in the 3rd position. Deneen, now making contact with the 1 of Jake Moyer. And the caution flag is back out on the racetrack. Take a look at the comments here just in the last couple of minutes or so. Randy Kretzinger Jr. saying, let's go Matt Hune. Jax Yone asking, did Gavin Krupp make it? And yes, he did. And actually, we're going to get to see Jax coming up in the Frosty 100, which will immediately follow this broadcast. I want to remind everybody who's tuning in, you can support the National Racing Network on Patreon at patreon.com/National Racing Network. You can also send stars via Facebook. Dustin Weber, thank you very much. We appreciate your support. Field is doubled up and we're ready to go back racing here, so we'll get the socials out of the way real quick. Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram, all at National Racing Network. You can also tweet us at the NRNTV. Green flag back in the air, 3 to go. This is the final shot to get into the big dance tonight. You can see the track really starting to slick off. These cars really getting tail happy. Dylan Baldwin, the race leader. Logan Watt runs 2nd. Several cars making contact a little bit further back in the pack. Jake Moyer, Landry Deneen doing battle. That's for the 4th position. Oh, contact. The 48 gets into Moyer. Moyer goes around, but Matthew Lynn to the outside. White flag is out. 1 lap to go here in the 2nd B main. Dylan Baldwin, the race leader by 1 second. Ryan Watt, another 2.5 in the advantage back to Dylan Kotu. Checkered flag in the air on this one. And there's your winner, Dylan Baldwin, over Logan Watt. Dylan Kotu Landry Deneen, and Matthew Lind. Here are your results for the B main practice session getting underway and the herd of cattle making their way out onto the racetrack. That is fantastic. Dylan Baldwin gets the win over Logan Watt. Dylan Kotu, Landry Deneen, Matthew Lind, your top 5. Trying to take a look to see about how far back was going to make it into the show here. I believe it was top 4 that transferred, but we'll see here. I want to remind everybody of what we have coming up here on the National Racing Network. Up next, it's the Frosty 100 for the 358s, the small blocks taking on Cedar Lake Speedway up there in Wisconsin. Coming up on Wednesday night, it's going to be the Quarter Midget iRacing Club. These kids are going to be right back at it again, followed by the Snydersville Wide Open Wednesday Series. I want to take a moment and get all the sponsor thank yous in here, and let's get the timing and scoring board up so you can see where your favorite is and what the best lap times on the session are. Quarter Midget iRacing Club brings together Quarter Midget drivers from around the country to race against each other, and you'll see that in the starting grid here in just a little bit. From ages 5 to 16, you can find them online at facebook.com/Quarter Midget iRacing Club. Thank you to Grams Inc. for helping with the Point Fund. Grams Inc. is a 6-year young company representing grandparents who unconditionally support their favorite race teams. Just like that, the session's over here, but let's get through the sponsor reads. Points Fund assistance is also provided by Anderson Racing. They're a family-run quarter midget racing team consisting of Josh Bubblehead Anderson, established in 2014, based in Newcastle, Delaware, and members at Blackbird. Tonight's race is presented by Hathaway Racing in Grand Haven, Michigan. Hathaway Racing is a family-run quarter midget racing team consisting of Landon and Grayson Hathaway. Contact Tony Hathaway for more information on their racing program at facebook.com/Hathaway Racing 10. Banners for top 3 in both the Wednesday and Sunday series are being presented by Hammerhead Promotions. Hammerhead Promotions was formed in 2001 out of a passion to serve the motorsports community. Initially involved in web design in their early years, they've shifted their focus to photography and preserving special moments in people's lives. Contact Dave Nail at hammerheadpromotions.com. Tonight's race is also presented by Hella Graphics from Coldwater, Michigan. Not just graphics, Hella Graphics. From RC to big cars and everything in between, they have your graphics needs covered. They also specialize in banners, trophies, awards, and decals. Check them out online at hellagraphics.com, and thank you for your support of the Quarter Midget iRacing Club. Here is the starting grid for tonight's features. 24 cars going to make the big show. Jace Mungin and Landon Hathaway on row number 1. Noah Carpenter, Seth Stenzel in row 2. Nathan Coaster, Reed Whitney in row 3. Row 4, Matthew Goslin and Jackson White. Row 5, Gavin Krupp and Vincent Gucci. Row number 6, Connor Fetro and Josh Anderson. Row 7, David Milazar and Dustin Weber. Row number 8, David Camden and Damian Harris. Row 9, Seth Christensen and Dylan Baldwin. Andrew Bogus and Logan Watt in row 10. James Freeze, Dylan Cote to row 11. Lucas Kostick, Landry Deneen in row number 12. Green flag is out. We are underway in racing here at Lernerville. Up to the front of the field, Hathaway grabs the early lead over Jace Mungin. Battle for second going to be between Seth Stenzel and Noah Carpenter. Whitney, Krupp, Fetro, Gucci, Coaster, and Anderson. Oh, caution flag on the speedway. Yellow flag is out. Take a look and we'll see what happened here. Where the issue was, trouble. Hot Shoe Racewear instant replay. Looks like Jackson White may have had an issue. Oh, a couple of cars making contact. White heavy up into the outside retaining wall, up and over. Landing on his side, and Jackson White tried to get it on all fours, but he's going to have to get the toe into the pit area. Tough break for Jackson White, down 16 positions as a result of that incident. Get you a couple of comments in here quick. Jamie Deal saying, good luck, Fetro. That one on Facebook. Another YouTube comment from Roger Thompson saying, let's go, Jace. We'll head back to the Book of Faces. Scott Coaster checking in saying, good luck, N8 and Landon from Little Kalamazoo Speedway up there in Michigan. Thank you very much for joining us tonight, Scott. Mindy Harris saying, go, Damien. Michigan, a hotbed of open wheel racing for sure. In fact, our race sponsor tonight, Heligraphics from Coldwater, Michigan, the home of the late, great Scott Brayton, one of the best to ever wheel a car around the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. A story of triumph and tragedy for sure. Scotty, one of the nicest guys you could ever meet in the IndyCar paddock for sure. Base truck is off. Green flag back in the air. 22 laps remaining in this one. Landon Hathaway going to be your race leader. Jace Mungin just not able to get any ground. Oh, but Hathaway over the backside of the berm on the back straightaway. That lets Jace Mungin down to the inside. We're going to have a tight battle for the race lead off of 4. New race leader at the line, Jace Mungin. A little bit of contact down the front straightaway. One car having some issues with the network connection there. That's Seth Stenzel in the 36. And very frustrating on that driver, Reed Whitney. Oh, Whitney gets up into Gavin Krupp just a little bit. Krupp all over the back bumper through 1 and 2. Down to 21 to go. Fastest lap of the race just set by Dustin Weber. All the way back in 13th position. Caution is out once again. Caution flag number 2 on the speedway here. With 20 laps remaining. Pull up the Hot Shoe Racewear instant replay. It's like trouble for Nathan Coaster in the 53. Oh, he got a little bit of help from Connor Fetro up into the outside wall. That is going to be enough to bring out the caution flag. Go back to the live look here. Big thank you to our friends from Hot Shoe Racewear, Alan Grace and the whole team over there. They do fantastic work. In fact, just saw I think it was on Facebook, some images of really nice sublimated official shirts that they did for the Mason-Dixon 270 series. So make sure you find them online at hotshoeracewear.com. Make sure you let them know that you heard about Hot Shoe Racewear right here on the National Racing Network. Field is doubled up, and we are going to be ready to go back to green flag racing this time by. Oh man, they're going to be almost 4 wide on the restart. This is going to be fantastic or ugly. Oh, and it's going to turn to the ladder. Mungin making contact. We're going to pile up a bunch of cars down the back straightaway. Trouble for Jace Mungin. He's going to fall all the way to the back of the pack. Landon Hathaway at the front of the field. He's going to be your race leader off of turn number 2. almost got taken out by one of the lap cars rejoining down the backstretch. That's what we talked about. Surprised to not see the caution flag there. Reed Whitney, and that actually may be iRacing throwing the cautions here. If you get all the way off the backstretch, iRacing's not going to throw the caution there. So battle now is for third and fourth. Seth Stenzel, Connor Fetro battling in-lap traffic. And they're right on the back bumper of Reed Whitney as well. A little bit of trouble for Fetro. Caution flag on the speedway. Caution flag number 3. That incident, I would assume, happening somewhere near the front straightaway, because that was a mess down the backstretch off of turn number 2. Take a look at the Hot Shoe Racewear instant replay. Trouble for Josh Anderson, that Christopher Bell looking number 21 machine. Oh, just a little bit of contact. Yep, that's going to be the reason. In turn 4, trying to get that car back onto the racetrack, and several cars making contact after. Here, let's see what happened to Nathan Coaster. Coaster was running about mid-pack on that one. Trying to avoid the issue. There you can see it, several cars getting collected and stopped on the front straightaway. We'll see who's going to have to head pit side for this one. There's your race leader, Landon Hathaway. Running in the second position is Reed Whitney. Seth Stenzel and Connor Fetro going to make up row number 2 for the restart. Have to now let iRacing kind of do its thing where it cycles everybody through. That's how it stops the caution laps from counting. A couple of hard charges here. Dylan Baldwin up to the 6th position. That number 67 on the outside, up 12 positions. Logan Watt up 13. James Freeze up 13. Green flag back in the air. We're underway. 15 to go. Metro almost making a little bit of contact. Race leader's able to get away pretty cleanly here. We'll slide back in the field just a little bit. Caution flag is out. We had a battle developing for the lead. Reed Whitney and Landon Hathaway duking it out. Right as we go back to switch it, we go back under the yellow flag. As the field waits for the pace truck to get out onto the racetrack and caught back up, trouble for Gavin Krupp in the 24. A couple of cars making contact. Krupp goes for a wild ride down off the back straightaway. See if we can't get you the cockpit onboard here from Krupp. See what he saw. And basically, Gavin Krupp is now pointed directly at the racetrack. And this is kind of the danger when you get the lap cars re-entering. There's a little bit of a lip to get on so you can find your place, and then you're right back onto the racing surface. And really can be a dangerous situation here for cars that are on the lead lap, not necessarily knowing who's going where. A couple of comments. Jacob Stitzel checking in on YouTube saying, let's go Lucas. Barbara Jennery checking in on Facebook saying, go Kruppy. So 14 laps remaining in this one. Once again, want to remind everybody, especially those of you watching on the YouTube side of things, please ring the bell, like and subscribe to the channel if you like the content. That helps us out tremendously, and it doesn't cost you a dime. So if you want to help support the kids here in the Quarter Midget iRacing Club, make sure you check them out on Facebook at Quarter Midget iRacing Club. It's all one big word, but spell everything out in full. That'll get you to the Quarter Midget iRacing Club on Facebook. Thank you to all of tonight's race sponsors, Graham's Inc., Anderson Racing, Hathaway Racing, Hammerhead Promotions, and Hella Graphics. We go back under green now with 14 laps remaining. Whitney going to try to throw the big slider. Oh, Hathaway gets off the back of the racetrack. He is going to drop like a rock through the field. Landon Hathaway going to go from the penthouse to the outhouse. We stay under green, and now the battle for the race leads between Seth Stenzel and Reed Whitney. Stenzel still having that little bit of a connection issue, so we'll pick up Whitney. Whitney down to the inside. Oh, man, what a great race between these two. Whitney running the lower line. Stenzel all the way up against the outside. You can see his hands sawing on the wheel. Both of these drivers, that's fantastic. Oh, they do make a little bit of contact on corner entry into 3. Caution flag is out. Was Connor Fetro ahead of Whitney at the time of the caution? That one's going to be close to see what timing and scoring has to say. See if we can find the yellow flag issue here. Get us another hot shoe racewear instant replay. The trouble may have been for Jackson White. White just got it up over the outside, grabs the binders, and that's what brings out the yellow, is the fact the car stopped basically right at the edge of the racing surface. Nice job not coming back onto the racetrack, though. That was a nice little piece of driving there, Mr. White. So still 12 laps remaining in this one. Dylan Cotu, Reed Whitney going to be your race leader. Seth Stenzel will run in the 2nd position. Connor Fetro in 3rd. There's Matthew Goslin, currently your 4th place runner. And 5th place, Dylan Baldwin. Once again, thank you, Dustin Weber. Actually, it says go Lucas Weber, so I guess it's Lucas Weber that's driving the race car tonight. Field's doubled up. We're ready to go back to green. How about this? We'll give you a shot at it. Let's get you, turn the speakers up. You can crank it up. Trouble turn 2. Landon Hathaway having an issue. We'll get you the hot shoe racewear instant replay on this one. This was on the restart right behind Logan Watt. It's that Chick-fil-A machine that you're looking for. Oh, Hathaway got a hip check. Jace Munchin involved in that one. Also the 21, I believe that may have been Gavin Krupp involved. And Landon Hathaway goes from, like we said, the penthouse to the outhouse on this one. And something to keep in mind here, I'm not sure if damage is on or not at this point. We did see one car earlier tonight without the body panel. But if you fail to heed a black flag or what's called a meatball flag, which the meatball, like there's an example of what will get you a meatball. That is the 33 of Jace Mungin, and you can see that the hood is missing off of that car. In the sprint cars, that typically will result in a meatball. If you don't serve that flag, it's a black flag with a big orange disc right in the middle of it. Failure to serve the black flag will put you to the back of the field, to the tail. Basically, it will score you last among the cars on the same lap. Field making their way through turns 3 and 4. We are ready to go back racing here. Green flag's out. You are on board with race leader Seth Stenzel getting way up on the outside by the berm. Going on board now with Connor Fetro, looking for Matthew Goslin up towards the front of the field. Battle for the race lead starting to heat up just a little bit as well. Oh, Fetro, big wiggle off the corner. One car hard into the inside fence off of turn 4. Wow, that was a big hit. Oh, and Fetro goes around. We'll see. We get the nice overhead helicopter shot here. That was not the cause of the caution, but we'll see if Fetro is going to be able to hold his spot. Let's get you a race leader here, Seth Stenzel. And then we'll show you for the reason for the caution. That was a very hard hit into the turn, basically front stretch catch fence here. This is the 81 of Vincent Gucci that had the issue. Tried to throw the big slider. Oh, then he got contact. Oh, man, what a huge hit for that car. Let's pull it up again here. Here's the cockpit view of what Gucci saw on corner entry. Green flag is back out. What a start for Stenzel. Not a good start for Reed Whitney. In fact, he's going to have Goslin all over the back bumper. Goslin looks to the inside. Big move to the outside by Baldwin. Trying to gain second off of turn number 2. Here comes Goslin to the inside of Whitney. That'll get the pass done for second. They're going to be almost 3 wide on corner entry. We're down to 5 to go. Whitney holds on to the spot. Here comes Logan Watt and Dylan Baldwin as the caution flag will fly once again. Trouble this time for David Camden. See if we can see what happened here. Camden tried to get it woed up to get into pit lane, but has to come to a stop on the racetrack. He parks it and resets. And that's the reason for the caution with 5 to go. Lights are out on the pace truck, and we should be down to 3 laps remaining. Seth Stenzel at the front of the field. Matthew Goslin running second. Reed Whitney third, Dylan Baldwin fourth, Logan Watt fifth. Green flag back out. We are underway here with 4 to go at Lernerville. It's a good restart for Stenzel. Goslin, Whitney, and Baldwin going to all battle for second. A little bit of contact there. Whitney able to grab second spot. There's the slider attempt by Baldwin, but he wasn't quite close enough to clear him. Oh, man, they're still making contact down the back straightaway. Logan Watt's got a fantastic view of the battle. Big slide jump 3 and 4 out of Watt. He's going to come around Goslin. 2 to go this time by. This is the battle. 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Logan Watt now up to 3rd. Caution flag is out on the speedway. Yellow with 3 laps to go. See if we can see where the issue was here. Trouble looks like once again for Jace Mungin. The car very, very quick, but driver not having a very good night. Pretty hard contact. Oh yeah, then he goes for a wild ride down the front straightaway. That's going to be one of the hardest hits you'll see in a 305 sprint car. Let's pull up the replay again and get you the view from the cockpit, the Hot Shoe Racewear on board. Oh my Lord, what a wild ride for Jace Mungin. Mungin now pit side. All right, race fans, let us know. Who's your pick? Is it gonna be Seth Stenzel? He's led a ton of this thing. Is it gonna be Reed Whitney? Maybe Dylan Baldwin. Can Logan Watt come from 5th? He's already gained 15 spots. Who is your race winner going to be? Dylan Baldwin's up 14. How about Landry Deneen? We'll give the quick shout out here on the restart. Deneen up 16. One car going around down the front straightaway. 2 to go. This is the battle for the win. Stenzel to the outside. Whitney going to be about a car length and a half back down the back straightaway. White flag will be out this next time by. No, it will not. We are under caution. 11th caution flag of the race. Take a look here. Issue may have been for Seth Christensen. Oh yeah, Christensen got big time doored in the right-hand side. Oh, yeah, Logan Watt did have an issue there. Take a look, see what happened to Logan Watt on the restart. It was the 40 that almost went around off the corner. Watt to the outside. Yeah, he got hit hard. Same thing, got hit right in the right-hand side, trying to get refired, and that car goes over as well. So Logan Watt will not be your race winner tonight. Got it back on all fours, but he does have to go pit side because of the flip. So we're in for a green-white checkered finish to this one. Lights are out. We're going back to green, and it's going to be a single file restart. Watt falls back to the 13th position. He's going to be the final car on the lead lap. Seth Stenzel, your race leader. Reed Whitney running in second. You know the slider's coming. It's just a matter of when. Dylan Baldwin all over the back bumper saying, let's go. Green flag back out. We're underway. 2 to go here at Lernerville. Stenzel gets the good jump. Whitney going to be about a half second back already. White flag is out. This is going to be it. Next flag will end it. Whitney looks to the inside. Stenzel going to run off the top just a little bit. And that may be all the gap that Seth Stenzel needs. Through turns 3 and 4. Big wiggle out of the back end. Oh, it's going to be tight at the line. Seth Stenzel gets the win. And you saw that car fishtailing big time off of turn number 4. Get you a replay of the final lap here for your winner, Seth Stenzel. What a save by Stenzel. That car was sideways off the corner. So we'll bring you back to the wide shot here. Let's get you the results from tonight's first round of the Sunday series. Oh, and there you go. Seth's, oh, I'm sorry. That's the B main. Let's get you the feature results. Seth Stenzel going to park it in victory lane. The winner by just under a half second over Reed Whitney. Dylan Baldwin, Matthew Goslin, Josh Anderson, your top 5. Nathan Coaster, Dylan Cotu, Landry Denis, Damian Harris, and Logan Watt complete the top 10. Hard chargers for the night. It's a shared honor, but we'll give it to the higher finishing driver. That's Dylan Baldwin. Your third place finisher gained 15 positions over the course of the race. Special shout out to Landry Denis, also gaining 15 spots to finish 9th. Dylan Cotu up 14 spots to finish in the 8th position. With that, we're going to wrap up our coverage here from the Lernerville Speedway, the Quarter Midget iRacing Club. Coming up next, it's the Frosty 100. Don't go anywhere. You are watching a Sunday night doubleheader special right here on the National Racing Network.
Like this. 600cc Performance. Our roots run deep in CC racing. A leader in fuel injection, dyno tuning, wiring, and diagnostics. With over 15 years of experience in building and tuning, you can count on us to get you to the winner's circle. Whether it is diagnostics, sales, or service, 600cc Performance is your source for everything CC racing. Find out more at 600ccperformance.com.
If there's one thing every car guy hates, it's cleaning the garage. Do you want to take most of the time and hassle out of that job? Then call Zone Garage of Eastern Pennsylvania and New Jersey. Agnes and her crew will have your garage, shop, basement, or even your porch looking great all the time. With unique patterns and designs, plus the ability to incorporate your logo or any artwork, your space will never have looked better. Installation is done in 1 day, guaranteed, and Zone Garage offers a 20-year warranty on the top coat. Their coatings are durable, anti-slipped, and impact resistant. Give them a call at 570-856-6067. That's 570-856-6067 for Zone Garage of Eastern Pennsylvania and New Jersey. Free Geek Pen is an electronics recycling center which specializes in restoring electronics to usable condition. They turn salvageable parts from donated equipment into working electronics for those on a budget. The best part is your old gear doesn't end up in a landfill. Free Geek Pen also does computer repair. Find them online at freegeekpen.org. Give them a call at 717-721-2494 or stop by the shop on Main Street in Ephrata. Think freegeekpen.org.
I'm heading out, man. You want to ride?
No, I got my car, but I actually really need to go to the bathroom.
Dude, are you okay?
I am definitely buzzed.
Yeah.
I think I will take this and I will take that ride home.
All right, everybody. We are waiting for the Frosty 100 server to go online. That will go up at 8:30. 8:35, and it takes a couple of minutes for us to join in here, so we will be back. We're going to keep the stream on. We'll give you an update every few minutes or so, but yeah, we're going to keep things online here. Wanted to tell you real quick about our new show that you'll get to see next Thursday night live from the Westie in Hamburg, Pennsylvania. We are live. You can come on and hang out with Bert Wojcik, Adam Rubright, and the cast and crew of the High Side Hustle. Let's get you a little preview of that one right now. There you go. There's a little taste of the intro for the High Side Hustle. So once again, 8:35, the server's going to open here for the Frosty 100, benefiting the American Cancer Society. And we'll get you all the details on that one. But check back in here about 8:40, and you'll get to see the intro here for race number 2, the Frosty 100, right here on the National Racing Network.
600cc performance. Our roots run deep in CC racing. A leader in fuel injection, dyno tuning, wiring, and diagnostics. With over 15 years of experience in building and tuning, you can count on us to get you to the winner's circle. Whether it is diagnostics, sales, or service, 600cc Performance is your source for everything CC racing. Find out more at 600ccperformance.com.
If there's one thing every car guy hates, it's cleaning the garage. Do you want to take most of the time and hassle out of that job? Then call Zone Garage of Eastern Pennsylvania and New Jersey. Agnes and her crew will have your garage, shop, basement, or even your porch looking great all the time. With unique patterns and designs, plus the ability to incorporate your logo or any artwork, your space will never have looked better. Installation is done in 1 day, guaranteed, and Zone Garage offers a 20-year warranty on the top coat. Their coatings are durable, anti-slipped, and impact resistant. Give them a call at 570-856-6067. That's 570-856-6067 for Zone Garage of Eastern Pennsylvania and New Jersey. Free Geek Pen is an electronics recycling center which specializes in restoring electronics to usable condition. They turn salvageable parts from donated equipment into working electronics for those on a budget. The best part is your old gear doesn't end up in a landfill. Free Geek Pen also does computer repair. Find them online at freegeekpen.org. Give them a call at 717-721-2494 or stop by the shop on Main Street in Ephrata. Think freegeekpen.org. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Practice ongoing for tonight's Frosty 100. Let's get you all the information on this one. New Richmond, Wisconsin, the home of this just under 1/3 mile oval. We could not be happier to be bringing this event to you. Let's get you the best times up here on the screen as we have about 14 minutes left in tonight's practice session. Let's give you the rundown first because you see some of the names up on your screen. 20-minute practice session will be followed by a 2-lap qualification session. Top 2 are going to transfer directly to tonight's A main feature event. No heat races, no consies, no nothing. That one is going to be fun to watch. Then we're going to get from 3rd on back, we're going to have 4 heat races, 8 laps in distance. Top 4 are going to transfer to the A main, so that will lock a total of 18 in. We're going to run a pair of 20-lap B mains, and the top 2 will transfer in to the feature event. Short little warm-up session. We'll get the commercial break in there. And then tonight's 100-lap feature event. You heard that one right. 100 laps for the small block modifieds here at Cedar Lake. The caution laps are going to count. We're going to start 22 in that one. Pretty decent payout for this one. $150 to win, $50 for second, $35 for third. We have some additional awards that are going to pay out as well, including $10 for quick time, courtesy of Roy Danner Paving. $15 for the hard charger, courtesy of Snydersville Raceway. $50 to the leader at the halfway point. That one courtesy of Sunny Lane Lawn Cutting. Anthony Trobach putting up $5. He's one of the organizers of this show. Putting up $5 for the first driver who does not qualify for tonight's race. Tyler Bowman has put up a $10 bounty on Bryce Bailey. Bryce has to finish, and if he wins, the $10 is going to go to charity. And then a couple of $10 awards from High Pressure Washing and Painting. $10 to each heat race winner. Excuse me, that's a total of $40 on that one. So $10 to each of the 4 heat race winners, plus $10 to the slowest qualifier. I'll sort of make the rules on that one. We'll say you have to make an effort to qualify, and obviously everybody's going to try to turn in a lap of qualifications because top 2 lock in and you want to start up front in your heat, that's for sure. But yeah, anybody, if you hit the wall twice and you don't get a lap in, then that doesn't count. You got to score a reasonably timed lap on that one. Tonight's race is a benefit event, and this is the coolest part of this entire deal. It is a benefit for the American Cancer Society. A total of $400 has been raised to this point. Some special donations we want to make mention of here. Jamie Bowman will be donating $50. Snydersville Raceway donating $15. Eva Torok, $25. Gail Sinkfile, $25. And then the rest of the money from those donations all coming from the part of the money that the drivers paid as their entry fee. Now, take a look here. It looks like only 22 drivers are in the practice session. If 22 are going to transfer, then it's going to eliminate the consies, and the heat races are going to determine where you start in the feature event. So every spot you gain is going to be basically 2 rows on the starting grid if we don't get anybody else in the race right now. So as if heat races weren't important enough to begin with, now not only is it, or even at the back of the field, every position you gain is going to gain you 2 rows in the starting grid. So that battle for 5th is now really important if we stay at that 22 number. Let's pull up the graphics here a second. We'll make this change real quick for you. All right, there you go. Here's the information on how you can donate and help contribute to tonight's fundraiser for the American Cancer Society. Tyler Bowman, one of the race organizers, is collecting the donations, and he's going to be posting a full list of all donations that are made. You can donate at paypal.me/TylerBowman79, and we'll make sure we share out the results of the donations that we get in here tonight as well. So we'll keep that one up. Now, let's get to some of the names that we see here. The comment on YouTube from Jacob Stitzel. Let's go Lance, my favorite sprint car driver. Yeah, we've got the great Lance DeWeese in this one. And how about this one, the 461 tonight, piloted by Cole DeWeese. At least it should be anyway. Let me pull up the timing and scoring, make sure I'm not screwing that one. Yeah, that's Cole DeWeese in the 461. And I will agree with the sentiments of Harry Young here. Keep the fight, cancer sucks is the hashtag. Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more on that one, Harry. There you go, Cole DeWeese going around and putting it right into your living room. There's the high pressure washing and painting at 24 of Jax Yohn. Let's hook you up here with the winner of the race last night. Excuse me, second place finisher last night in a spirited battle with Bryce Bailey. This is Briggs Danner. Briggs going to be doing a ton of sprint car racing this season. He'll be a little bit all over the place, quite frankly. See who else we have out here on the racetrack that we can show you. Let's see here. Let's pull up the 2 of Bryce Bailey. That car will populate in here in just a moment once Trading Paints finishes doing its thing here. Bryce won the race last night, and he is the subject of a bounty tonight, which is absolutely fantastic. Pretty incredible story. I'll say about a week ago, I guess, the Bailey family experienced a house fire, pretty serious house fire, actually. There you go, there's the 2B. Family experienced a house fire. They're now in what I'll call temporary accommodations. And one of the first things Bryce did was get the rig set up and be able to participate in some of the races here. Try to get back to a sense of normalcy. So we'll see if we can't talk to Bryce throughout the course of the night tonight as well. Also running tonight is Aaron Bowes, Talon Carter, Zachary Kistler as well. And we're going to have a Consi because joining in late here, getting in with just a couple of minutes left in the practice session, the 7 Mancini Custom Homes entry of Paul Mancini is going to make car number 23. So we will have one B main. One car is going to go home, and that will determine everybody else where you finish is where you're going to line up in tonight's feature event. Now the difference between second, third, and fourth is 2 rows in the feature. So expect to see some pretty exciting battles here once we get into heat racing. Here, Bryce Bailey doing a little bit of a donut for us as he gets into the pit area. There's Briggs Danner. Let's see if we can't pick up Mr. Paul Mancini. He's going to be pulling out onto the racetrack right here. Basically what iRacing does is it groups everybody so you don't try to have, potentially in some sessions you might have 60 cars that are entered trying to qualify. It splits everybody up into groups. The track state alters for everybody at the same time, but you don't have to run with 60 cars out on the racetrack. So Mancini just getting underway here. His quick lap time is going to be a 15:19, which is a full second off the pace of quick timer Bryce Bailey. The name's going to be wrong on this one. It's going to say Michelle, but oh, fantastic. Doug Hoffman tribute scheme. It's going to be the 41 in timing and scoring, the 60 in on the racetrack. The name's wrong in timing and scoring, but this is Nico Flammer. We've seen Nico run everything from modifieds to micros in the last year. Saw him a fair bit up at Grandview Speedway. Also had him in Victory Lane at Lanco's Clyde Martin Memorial Speedway. Keep your eye on that number 60. Can't miss that one for sure. Our old-time fans are going to love every bit of that one. Also on the racetrack, he is the 21 in timing and scoring, the 99 on the racetrack. That's Talon Carter. Talon, a talented young hot shoe, especially here on the iRacing service. You'll want to keep an eye on that one. The 99 belongs to Michael Cozy Jr. He gets it up into the outside wall there just a little bit. This car put on a bit of a show last night. That's the 15 of Neil Allison. As we are down inside of 30 seconds remaining in practice. There's Nico Failer in the 126. Whole lot of history behind that paint scheme as well. So very cool to see some of these. I mean, this is a current car, but the current mods, the throwback schemes, the big blocks are really, really fun to watch here on the iRacing service as practice is over. And the man at the top of the charts will be the number 2 of Bryce Bailey. So if you're bounty hunting tonight, not necessarily what you were hoping to see, let us know in the comments here. We'll pick the best of the comments to go on the air for this one. Who's your pick, Bryce Bailey or the field? Pull up this comment from Harry Yones saying, do they have a pit stop for the 100-lapper? My understanding is no. The cars will make it 100 laps on fuel because iRacing, you actually can't add fuel on the dirt side of things. So the one fuel tank, they're going to be full to the brim, but they will go 100 laps. The bigger issue might be tires, and will somebody elect to stop for tires? But you see the time starting to come in here. Let's get you the running order. Currently, quick time, the number 64 of Aaron Bowes, the Bicknell chassis entry, finishing up his run. He's going to be quick time at a 14:67, 14.67 seconds. Jumping up to second quick, just finishing his run, the 99 of Talon Carter. We'll get qualifying mode up for you here. Starting to see some cars take time. Here is the 79 of Tyler Bowman. Bowman currently 12th on the speed charts at a 15:36. No change in the top 3. Doug Smith going to be 4th quick, 14:88. Paul Mancini, let's pick him up. He's working lap number 2. First lap was 4th quick at a 14:88. What can Mancini do here on lap number 2? Off of turn number 4, slides it up towards the outside wall. No change, 14:99 for the second lap, so Mancini's first lap's going to stick. Here's Cole DeWeese in the 4:61. $15:24 was the lap time first time around. And looks like no change for Cole DeWeese. Here's Anthony Trobach, one of our race organizers. He was 5th quick after the first lap. Flies it off at the end of lap number 2, no change. 15:10 was the lap there. So we've had a total of 19 cars attempt to take time here. Actually, 20 cars have attempted to take time. And this is why I said we're going to not necessarily give out the qualifying award here for somebody that fails to take time, because Jack Chione actually took his 2 laps, did not record a time. Here's Bryce Bailey. If there's going to be a guy that's got a shot at Aaron Bowes for the top of the speed chart and the $10 award for fast time, it's going to be Bailey. Lap number 1, no quick time. Bryce Bailey, 14:67. Tied Aaron Bowes, but it was just a hair quicker. Lap number 2 goes on the scoreboard. 14:97 for lap 2. Here's Briggs Danner. He must have made contact with the wall there. One of the things you can do at iRacing is before you take the green flag, if you reset the car, it's not going to count your first lap here. So off of turn number 4, Briggs Danner going to be one of the last cars with a shot at your quick time. Through 3 and 4 the first time. What's Briggs Danner have? The lap looked good. Third quick overall, 14:74, 14.74 seconds for Briggs Danner. Working his way off of turn number 4. Car settles in, 14:80, not gonna be enough. The Bryce Bailey hunt intensifies here. He's going to be your quick timer. Looks like we do have one car that has not taken a time yet, but he also didn't take time in practice. So with just a minute here, let's pull in our quick timer here. Mr. Bryce Bailey, you've got a bounty on your head here, brother, and you're going to try to sweep the night. You were quickest in practice. You're quickest in qualifications. That one's got to make you feel pretty good.
Yeah, we put together a decent lap there. I definitely didn't think it was our best effort, but it was good enough for the time being. Aaron was right on our heels for sure in qualifying, and hopefully we raced a little better than we qualified.
Yeah, the car looks really good out there, and now you're starting up front. It's got to be, especially with how slick this place is going to get, it's got to be a huge advantage here.
Yeah, I should be all right once he gets on the wall. They reset the track a little bit, so it's going to be kind of on the bottom a little bit early, and then we'll get back to where we kind of left off last night, and that's sort of where I get a little faster, and hopefully we can stay up front and wait for the track to come in.
All right, Bryce, good luck tonight, brother. Thank you very much.
Yep, thank you.
Let's quickly pull in Aaron Bowes here. Aaron, you ran the same time as Bryce Bailey. We'll see how they're going to hand out the $10 for quick time here, but that was a heck of a lap. Can you hear us, Aaron? Okay, looks like we don't quite have Aaron Bowes yet here. So let's real quickly show you the grid for heat race number 1. John Bennett and Doug Smith going to make up the front row. Nico Flammer and Briggs Danner in row 2 because of the invert. Cole DeWeese, Zachary Kistler in row 3. Michael Cozy Jr. in row number 4. 8 laps the distance on this one. See if we can't get Aaron Bowes at the conclusion of the heat race here. Green flag's out. We are underway. Briggs Danner's already gained 1 spot. Here's Doug Smith looking to the outside of John Bennett down the front straightaway. It's interesting what Bryce Bailey had to say there, where the inside's going to be the preferred lane. Looks like the outside lane's hooking up pretty good here early as well. Danner all over the back bumper of Doug Smith. Now Danner going to look to the inside. Trying to get second from Doug Smith. Smith going to be forced to run the outside lane here. That might not be preferred. Oh, big wiggle out of Bennett. That forced Danner onto the binders. Now Danner going to try to slide up the racetrack in front of Doug Smith. Wow, gutsy move there by Doug Smith. Hold it in on the outside. These guys are going to go side by side now. 3 laps into this duel. Danner finally able to complete the pass. He's going to go to work on Bennett, the race leader. Good battle heating up between Nico Flammer and Zachary Kistler. That's going to be the battle for 4th and 5th. Actually, that's going to be the transfer spot. Right now, Nico Flammer has it. Get up here. I don't know which one to show you here. The battle for the lead or the battle for the transfer spot. Danner hooks the inside. Flammer, oh, they're going to make contact just back in the back. Flammer and Kistler make contact. Flammer's going to hold on to the spot. Kistler going to slide back just a little bit. So let's pick up the front of the field, 2 to go. Bennett with the race lead over Danner, Smith, Flammer, and Kistler. White flag is out, 1 to go. Danner looks to the outside, but it may not be enough time. Checkered flag in the air. Heat race number 1 will go to John Bennett over Briggs Danner, Doug Smith, and Nico Flammer, the top 4. Those are going to be the automatic transfers. Show you the results here from heat race number 1. Bennett, Danner, Smith, and Flammer, the top 4. Kistler, Cozy, DeWeese will have to head to a consi, if there is one. How about that? 3 seconds from 1st to 7th in that heat race. Get to the starting grid for heat race number 2 now. Scheduled to start on the pole will be the 46 of Tucker Muffley. Although that car, yep, there we go, just now getting out here onto the racetrack. Levi Ruffle going to be on the outside. Excuse me, Levi Riffle, excuse me. Anthony Troback, Talon Carter complete the invert positions. Jesse Stroll and Joe Failer in row number 3, and Zach Skotnicki all alone in row number 4. Skotnicki is a no-show on this one. That was the car that did not take time in practice or qualifications. So we may only have 21, 22 cars. Try to get a quick word in here with our Heat Race 1 winner, John Bennett. John, that was a fantastic run, battling with some heavy iron at the front of the field there.
Yeah, it was getting intense up there with Briggs Danner.
Absolutely. So you're in a good spot now. You're going to start towards the front. Should be position number 3 for this one. What are you thinking going into the 100 lapper tonight?
I'm really just going to go in there and see what I can do. Don't overthink it, and maybe we can come out with a win.
All right, John, congratulations on that one. Pace truck is off. Green flag's in the air. We're underway here in heat race number 2. What a start for the 75 of Levi Riffle. He's going to be your race leader to the outside off of turn 4. 1 lap going to go in the books. Excuse me, I had my ends of the racetrack screwed up there. Anthony Trobock's the race leader after 1 lap. Here comes Jesse Stroll in the 8. He's going to do battle with Trobock for the race lead. Looked like may have been some trouble for Talon Carter on the start, because that car now being shown 10 seconds back here. Top 5 could be a good battle. Trobock and Stroll side by side for the race lead. Stroll able to get the car wound up on the outside, and he's going to hold on to the race lead. With 4 to go, let's pick up the battle for the transfer spot as well. Joe Failer has it, and might have been trouble for Tucker Muffley, because that car now falling back as well. So let's get you to the battle for the lead here. 3 to go in this one. They're still side by side and throwing sliders at each other. What a duel between Trobock and Stroll. Less than a lap and a half. How about one to go this time by the start-finish line? Trobach, Stroll, Riffle. Who's it going to be off of turn number 4? Trobach to the inside, Stroll to the outside. Give the heat race win to Jesse Stroll. What a fantastic run that was. And they'll dump each other at the end of that one. Little friendly contact. At the finish, here are your results from heat race number 2. Jesse Stroll by 85/100ths of a second over Anthony Trobach. Levi Riffle, Joe Failer are going to be the transfer cars. Talon Carter, Tucker Muffley, and Zach Scott Nicky. And again, Scott Nicky not answering the bell in that one. Let's get you the grid here for heat race number 3. On the front row for this one will be Connor Gross and Paul Mancini. Excuse me, Connor Gross and Lawson Zarensis on row number 1. Paul Mancini and Neil Allison in row 2. That's the invert from qualifications. James Koslow and Tyler Bowman in row number 3. And Jack Sion, who did not take time, will be in the final row. Lights are out. Pick up our heat race winner here. Jesse, that was a heck of a run. You guys put on a fantastic show out there.
Thank you. Yeah, I was struggling really early on in practice. I just was not getting used to the track. I didn't know that they were going to be starting it off this slick. I thought it was going to be a lot more tacky, but curveball for me there, that's for sure.
All right, Jesse, good luck here in tonight's feature event. Green flag is out on heat race number 2. Gross going to be your race leader. Mancini already around Lawson Zarensis, and he's going to go to work on Connor Gross for the race lead. Gross able to hold on to the outside lane. Mancini going to look inside. Not quite going to have the pass made. We're going to do this again for the second straight heat race. 2-car battle for the race lead. And we've got all 7 cars stacked up within basically a second of each other crossing the line. How about that one? Let's pick up the battle for the transfer. There's Neil Allison. He has it. Jack Sion's gained a couple of spots and charging hard, looking for the final lock-in spot. Yon going to run to the outside as Mancini grabs the lead over Gross. In fact, just set the fastest lap of the race by about a 10th. Gross back into the clutches of Lawson Zarensis. Zarensis to the inside, Gross outside up against the wall. Here comes Neil Allison, going to join that battle for second. Allison's going to try to slide it right up the middle. No room to work there. Down to 3 to go in heat race number 3. Fantastic duel. Two to go now. Looks like things have settled out just a little bit. Paul Mancini, your race leader, off at turn number 2. Mancini gets the win. Battle for the transfer spot. Connor Gross comes home 3rd. Neil Allison 4th. Tyler Bowman rounds out your top 5. But that is not going to be enough. So here's your results from heat race number 3. Mancini over Zarensis, Gross, and Allison. That's the 4 that are going to transfer. Bowman, Yon, and Koslow will head to the Consi. So feature lineups are locked in for the first 18 positions. This race is now going to set the remaining positions, basically where they're going to start for this one. So far, we have 2 cars that have not yet answered the bell. Tucker Muffley and Zach Skotnicki, the two cars that had issues in that first heat race. So everybody here should transfer, but it's basically going to be now, this is going to set the lineup for where you're going to start in tonight's 100-lap A-Main. 20 laps the distance. Zachary Kistler and Talon Carter will make up row number 1. Tyler Bowman and Mike Cozy in row number 2. Muffley scheduled to start 5th. Jax Yohn will start 6th. Cole DeWeese, Skotnicki in row number 4, and Koslow all alone in row number 5. With those two cars not answering the bell, now here's what your starting lineup's going to look like. Carter and Kistler on row number 1. Bowman and Cozy in row 2. DeWeese and Yohn in row 3, and then Koslow is going to be all alone in row 4. Check out the comments here real quick. Jax Yohn on Facebook says he's picking Jax Yohn to win. Harry Yohn, Harry Yohn says he's picking Paley. Green flag's out, we're underway here. Talon Carter is going to be the early race leader. How about Cole DeWeese running the high side? Trying to get that line worked in. Yohn almost slides up into him. Oh, Jax Yohn going to go around. Trouble for Jax Yohn. Get you the Hot Shoe Racewear Instant Replay. Show you what happened to Jax Yohn. Slid the car a little bit. Got a little bit of help, and then Jax Yohn goes up and over. So he's going to start towards the back of this one. Tucker Muffley, getting out onto the racetrack now. At the front of the field, there's Talon Carter, your race leader. Got 1.6 seconds over Tyler Bowman. Going to be a 3-car battle for 3rd. Cole DeWeese, Zach Kistler, James Koslow all fighting for the spot. DeWeese way up on the outside. Get you a couple of more of your picks here. Tom Maska saying go Briggs, so there's a vote for Briggs Danner. One vote for Kistler from Kistler, so we'll call that one for what it is. And then last check in here, Tim Bain saying Aaron Bowe's going to win that one. As we run the race here, and again, this is pretty much going to be for starting positions in tonight's race. We'll pick up race leader Talon Carter and remind you that you can donate to the American Cancer Society by visiting paypal.me/TylerBowman79. Tyler's going to be sending us a list of all the donations received during the event tonight. And that's all going to go to the American Cancer Society. Total of $400 has been raised so far, which is definitely very cool. Thank you, everybody, for your support. Halfway home in this one, Talon Carter, the race leader, by 1 full second over Tyler Bowman. We'll pick back up here the battle between Zach Kistler and James Koslow, and they've caught back up to Cole DeWeese. This is 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Thought about going 3 wide. Koslow way to the inside. DeWeese still up against the outside wall. Kistler running the middle. He's going to try to throw the big slider on DeWeese. They make contact. DeWeese goes around. Oh, then DeWeese comes on right back in front of one car here. That was the 99 of Michael Cozy that really heavily got to Cole DeWeese. This battle between Cozy in the 99, Jax Yohn, that is not for position. Oh, there's a little bit of contact. A little bit of an ill-advised slide job there. We'll see. There's James Coslow, currently running in the 3rd position. He's going to be hard charger for the Consi, up 6 positions. Get you a look there at 2nd place running, Zachary Kistler. There's your race leader with 4 to go, Tyler Bowman. Let's get you the gyro cam and the onboard here. Checkered flag out on the Consi. And there is your winner, Tyler Bowman. Heather Lou checking in saying woohoo for Tyler. Zach Stroll checking in saying Jesse Stroll. Briggs is in it too, yeah. Here's the YouTube comment from Mike Wotring saying Briggs for the win. Jay Garris on Facebook saying the hard charging Briggs Danner for the race win tonight. So it's definitely going to be interesting to see who picks up the win here in tonight's feature event. So we're going to take a, oh, here we go. Yeah, let's bring in Paul Mancini here. Paul Mancini, you picking up a win in the heat race. Trying to get ready for this one, but the car looked pretty darn good out there.
Yeah, the car was pretty good. I got no practice for this, so I don't know how it's going to be, but yeah, I think I started third in the feature, and hopefully I can win.
Yeah, should be a pretty good starting spot for you here. And so let's see if we can't pick you up here and see where you are. Okay, there you go. There's the Mancini Customs Homes entry, still pit side. Pitted right next to Briggs Danner. You've got a bounty out on Bryce Bailey. You've got Briggs Danner starting up towards the front of this thing too. Whole lot of heavy iron, but I think you would have to call it yourself in that group as well.
They're really fast. I hope I could just be just as fast or a little faster at the end, because it's 100 laps, so I think the first 75 laps easy, and the last few laps.
Yeah, that's going to be one of the big keys here. So, Paul, congratulations on the heat race win and good luck in the feature.
Thank you.
All right, let's pick up our B main winner, Tyler Bowman. Tyler, you're one of the guys putting this thing on. I'm sure you didn't want to have to run the B, but all in all, not a bad night so far for you, and we're getting to have a little fun out here too.
Yeah, I mean, this race, I mean, it's good for a good cause, and, you know, I necessarily didn't think I was going to be in the B main, but things happened, and just getting used to the track and stuff, but I'm excited to see what's going to happen.
Yeah, we talked about a fair bit here already, but you're the one putting up the bounty on Bryce Bailey. If Bryce wins, the $10 is going to go to the American Cancer Society, and if somebody else wins it, you're going to pay him $10. What's the was the impetus just the dominating performance he put in last night? Looks like we may have lost Tyler here a little bit. Tyler, can you hear us?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, I didn't have the button pushed in. Yeah, with him going to the rear last night and coming back up through, I mean, that was surprising. So I figured put something out there and make it interesting, see if anybody collects it.
Yeah, it'll be fun to watch. There's definitely some good cars at the front. We've got some good cars coming from the back here too. what was to kind of ask the big overarching question here, what was the impetus for putting this race together for the American Cancer Society?
Honestly, we just wanted to get as many real-life drivers, like top-name people we possibly can, to bring like such an awareness to the American Cancer Society. I mean, this race is getting put on for a good cause. We're just trying to make it fun for everybody. You know, COVID really set back things. So, I mean, I figured we could put this race together, have some fun, and do something good in the process.
Yeah, this one's been a whole lot of fun tonight. Thank you very much for letting us handle the broadcast on it, and good luck in the feature.
Thank you.
There you go. There's Tyler Bowman. He picked up the win in the B main. And with that, we're going to take a very short commercial break here. Actually, we're just going to put up the "we'll be right back" part. I'll make sure we get the sound levels right here so you guys can hear the interviews up clean and all as well. So don't go anywhere. We'll be back in just a minute. It's almost feature time here at the Frosty 100. There you go. We told you it was going to be a quick break here because feature time is ready to go. 100 laps the distance. There is no messing around in this one. Top 6 are inverted, which is absolutely fantastic. We are going to get to see some of the best in the business coming. The 2 fastest cars in the show are coming from row number 3. Let's get you the starting lineup for tonight's race. On the pole will be the 78 of Briggs Danner, and starting on the outside of row number 1, Paul Mancini. Wow, what a front row for that one. Jesse Stroll and John Bennett going to make up row number 2, your 4 heat race winners. Then we get the 2 fastest cars in the show, Aaron Bowes and Bryce Bailey, excuse me. So your top 6 is utterly fantastic. Row number 4 will have Anthony Troback and Lawson Zarensis. Doug Smith and Levi Riffle in row number 5. Row 6 will have Connor Gross and Nico Flammer. Joe Failer, Neil Allison in row number 7. Row 8, Tyler Bowman and Zach Kissler. James Coslow and Cole DeWeese in row number 9. Mike Cozy, Tucker Muffley in row 10. Alan Carter and Jax Yoon will make up the 11th and final row. 22 cars for 100 laps here at the Cedar Lake Speedway. We've already seen some of your comments. Let us know who your pick is to win tonight's feature event. On the left-hand side of the screen, you will get to keep up with your favorite and where they are running. It is time to go green flag racing. Green's in the air, we're underway. What a start for Mancini. He's going to be leading the field into 1, and he'll hold the lead off of turn 2. Danner working to the inside, Mancini still to the outside. We're stacked up 2 by 2 the whole way through the field. Oh, a couple of cars going around towards the back of the pack. We'll see if that's going to bring out a yellow flag. Looks like Connor Gross. Yeah, trouble in the back of the pack here. Get you the Hot Shoe Racewear instant replay. 114 is Connor Gross. He got pinched and way out of shape, and a couple of cars helping finish him off. Gross goes up and over. Lands it on all 4s, take off. There you go. So caution flag number 1 is out on the speedway. And again, caution laps do count for this one. So with the yellow flags, fuel's going to be a non-issue. It's going to be really interesting to see if anybody elects late in the race to stop for tires. I don't think they will. We haven't done a broadcast race this long, the big 100-lap type of distances. On the asphalt side of things, especially when they limit the number of sets of tires you get, that's a big determining factor in if pit stops happen and when. In this race, I don't think you're going to see it. This is going to be 100 laps straight through on one set of tires, one tank of fuel. It will definitely be interesting to see if tire management comes into play. Mancini's going to lead the field to the green. Danner going to try to get inside of him into 1 and 2. Here comes the soft slider. Didn't get up quite in front of him, but Danner had the lead off at 2. There's the pass going into 3. Mancini crosses back under. Drag race to the line. Mancini leads lap number 6. There's Bryce Bailey. The 2-car dance is a 3-car tango for the top 3 positions. Bailey way up to the outside. Man, Bryce Bailey may have found something there. He throws the big slider on Mancini into 1 and 2. Bailey trying to make the outside come in quickly. Caution flag is out. Yellow flag number 2. Take a look, see what happened here on the Hot Shoe Raceware instant replay. Like Zachary Kistler may have had an issue. That's going to be the number 1. Oh, that was 1 car going up and over. Holt DeWeese involved. Jax Yohn involved in that one as well. Several cars having an issue. That was Levi Riffle. Try to pull up the replay here, see what happened to Riffle. Oh, he got a little bit of help. The 15, actually, he went out of the ballpark. So there's your issue there. At the front of the field, Briggs Danner had the lead over Paul Mancini at the time of the caution. Pull up a couple of comments. Vinny Troya, one of our New Egypt Speedway regulars, saying, let's go Paul Mancini. How about Matty Stangl checking in as well? Giving a little love for Mr. Mancini. Green flag back in the air. We're underway once again. Bailey quickly to the inside of Mancini. Mancini got a little bit of contact on the backside there. Oh, what a 2-for-1 move by Jesse Stroll. Stroll already up to the 4th position. Fighting to the inside of the 08 of John Bennett. Bailey now around Mancini. And the battle for the race lead is on. We'll stay here with the gaggle of cars here for just a moment. Several cars having an issue a little bit further back in the pack. We'll see if we stay green here. Looks like we will. There's Mancini and Bennett. They're going to battle for the 3rd position. Already approaching the 1/4 distance mark. Here is the battle for the race lead. It's Bryce Bailey and Briggs Danner duking it out. They did this for 50 laps last night. They may have a shot to do it for 80 tonight, 80 plus laps tonight here at the front of the field. There's Bailey looking to the inside. Caution flag is out. That's going to be close. Bailey may have had the lead at the moment of caution. See if we can see what happened here back in the pack. Trouble for Connor Gross in the 114. Slides up the racetrack. A couple of cars having an issue in front of him, and then Gross goes around. He loops it. Well, the most adventurous award for the evening goes to Connor Gross, that's for sure. Check in with the comments here. Luke Riffle checking in on Facebook saying, let's go Neil Allison. And I will absolutely agree with Joel Smith. Great race so far. Yeah, this one's been fun, and it's this one's only going to get better as we go here. Last one that's come in so far from Terry No. Keep it on the move, Carter and Yone. Green flag back in the air. That was a fantastic restart for Briggs Danner. He's going to hold on to the lead. Tries to throw the slider on Danner. Danner able to get back into the throttle. Lap 22 on the board. That one belongs to Briggs Danner. Oh, they make contact. Danner goes around off the bumper of Bryce Bailey. We'll see if that's going to bring a caution flag or not. There's the caution. But I don't believe that was for Briggs Danner. Danner got up high. A couple of cars making contact. That one may have been for Jesse Stroll. Yeah, he was one of the cars that was involved there. Let's bring this one back up here and show you what happened. Stroll got bounced around when Danner got the contact from Bailey. We'll try to show you the pass here. This was the battle for the lead. There's the contact. Bryce Bailey into the back bumper of Briggs Danner sends Danner around. And how about this one, ladies and gentlemen? Bryce Bailey to the back of the field, end of the line. The two quickest guys in the show are now 19th and 20th. There's the message from race control. Bailey to the back of the field. Now Paul Mancini and Lawson Zarensis will be your race leaders. Caution flag back out on the speedway, lap number 27. Let's see if we can see what happened, what the reason for the caution was there. Don't see anything, but may have been trouble for Connor Gross once again here. Let's see. This is the Hot Shoe Racewear instant replay. Oh yeah, Gross got pinballed around big time. Hard into the inside wall. Man, Connor Gross having a gross night. We'll say it that way. Go back to live action here. This is, let's see. We're seeing that Bryce Bailey crashed. Let's see what the issue was for Bryce Bailey here. And remember, he has to finish for the bounty to come into play here tonight. Don't see anything going on here, so. No contact. Field's doubled up. We are ready to go back to green flag racing. Lap 29, they're going to put lap number 30. We're back underway. Mancini grabs the lead from Lawson Zarensis. Off of turn number 2, here comes Anthony Trobach. So here you go, folks. Somebody in the comments poses the question, do you think Bailey or Danner can come back through the field to win it? Mark Moore, join the broadcast team, please. We'll keep an eye on him here. Bailey currently runs 15th. Danner 17th. As lap number 33 goes up on the board. Mancini with an 8/10 of a second lead over Lawson Zarensis. Everybody staying pretty single file here except for Trobach, who's going to dive to the inside. He throws the big slider on Zarensis. Lawson able to cross him back under and grab the spot back, but Trobach going to have the momentum on the outside, and it will work in his favor. Now Bennett going to go to work on Zarensis. It's almost like it takes you 2 corners, a full lap to complete the pass after the slider. Oh, there's some contact. We got a big wreck happening back in the field too. Jax Young having an issue here. That car just getting turned back around. We stay under green so far. Here's what happened to Jax Young. Car just got way loose, slides down the racetrack, contact with a 119, almost goes up and over. Like we said, we're going to stay green. Paul Mancini still your race leader over Anthony Trobach. Caution flag now back out on the speedway once again. 6th caution of the race. Trouble this time looks like for Michael Cozy Jr. Check out the Hot Shoe Race Car instant replay. Cozy in the 99. Got it up into the outside wall. Oh man, right into your living room. That's what brings out the caution flag as that car comes to a stop. So we'll go back to the live look here. Paul Mancini, the race leader, as we work lap number 39. Trobach 2nd, Bennett 3rd, Bose 4th, Lawson Zarensis 5th. There's your 2 combatants from earlier in the evening. Bryce Bailey currently running in the 10th position. He restarted 20th a couple of restarts ago, and right on his back bumper is Briggs Danner. Oh, how this one's going to get good the later we go into the race. Field's getting doubled up, and we are going to be ready to go green flag racing here. A couple of cars have made pit stops, including Briggs Danner. He stopped at that lap 24 caution. Zach Kistler also pit side at one point back on lap 11. Green flag in the air. Mancini's going to be your race leader. Everybody running the top side except for Bennett. He's going to battle with Aaron Bose. That's the fight for the 3rd and final spot on the podium. And they're charging through the field, ladies and gentlemen. There's Bailey Danner still right on his bumper as well. Bailey already up to the 8th position. Now running 7th as he gets inside of Neil Allison. Briggs really just kind of following the line that Bailey's opening up, although got bottled up just a little bit there. Here comes Bailey working now on Lawson Zarensis for 6th. Rapidly approaching the halfway point. Caution flag going to fly once again. Caution number 7 on the speedway. Let's see what happened here. Drove a little bit further back in the pack, this time for Zach Kistler. That's the 1K machine. You see the blue and yellow car? Little bit of contact with Jesse Stroll, and both Stroll and Kistler go around. That's going to bring out the yellow. Nice job not getting beached there, right on the concrete abutment. So as we approach halfway, want to make sure we get all the thank yous in here. Quick time for the night went to Bryce Bailey. That's $10 Fast Time Award, courtesy of Roy Danner Paving. Ooh, the irony that drips of that one. We'll take it. Hard Charger, $15, courtesy of Snydersville Raceway. That currently belongs to Talon Carter. Fantastic run for the number 21 machine. And he's actually the 99 on the racetrack, but he's a 21 in timing and scoring. Talon Carter up 16 positions to run inside the top 5. Leader at the halfway point, worth $50, courtesy of Sunny Lane Lawn Cutting. We'll see who's going to pick up the $50 there. Green flag back out, and we are underway. Trobach and Mancini will keep an eye at the front of the field here, see who's going to pick up that $50 bill. Trobach right there on the back bumper, having a little bit of a connection issue potentially here. Couple of cars beating and bagging back in the pack. This is the halfway lap here. We'll see if Mancini's able to lead it. Clean off of turn number 2 through 3 and 4. Put $50. Well, yeah, there you go. $50 into the pocket of Paul Mancini, courtesy of Sunny Lane Lawn Cutting, your $50 halfway challenge leader. Trouble for Joseph Thaler. That car having an incident on the racetrack. And actually, he may have gone straight to the pits here. Let's pull up the Hot Shoe Racewear instant replay. See what happened to Thaler. Oh yeah, he just flat disappeared. That looks like a connection issue, if we've ever seen one. Oh, Mancini bounces it up off the outside wall. He leads over Aaron Bowes by nearly a second. Caution flag on the speedway. Oh, trouble on the racetrack for Anthony Trobach. He was running right behind race leader Paul Mancini. See what happened to Anthony Trobach here. He got it up into the outside wall, up and over. Wow. Oh, and Briggs Danner just did the same thing. Check out the replay on this one, folks. Briggs Danner may have just done the same thing Anthony Trobach did. The big slider, it got up on top of the wall. He gets it into the fence, and that's the reason for the caution flag. So, Briggs Danner, we'll see if he's going to head pit side here. Keep our eye on the replay. And maybe not. It looked like it said Briggs Danner went pit side, but there's Anthony Trobach sitting pit side. So now Paul Mancini's going to be fighting with Aaron Bowes. Green flag back in the air. We're underway here, lap 56. Mancini controlling the show, but don't look now. Cue the Jaws theme. Bryce Bailey back up to the 3rd position. He's going to have Talon Carter in tow. Carter now up 17 spots as your hard charger. Still a long way to go in this one. Carter going to look to the inside of Bailey. Caution back on the speedway. The yellow flag is out for the 9th time tonight. Take a look, see what happened here. Trouble for John Bennett in the 08. Oh, a couple of cars making contact. Bennett rolls it over, hits the tires at the end of the pit wall on his roof. And there you go. Got it back on all fours, but John Bennett now basically pit side. He's going to loop it around here and rejoin the racetrack, but we are under yellow once again. Looks like we're also seeing trouble for Doug Smith. Let's see what happened to the 119. This was behind the incident for Bennett. A couple of cars making contact. Smith goes around. That's actually where the yellow flag came out. So now just 40 laps remaining in this one. Get a couple of the comments, and this was a few minutes ago, but Michelle Reem Murray checking in saying, this is the car of Lou Stroll. That Bailey kid would get 5 in the snout. Yeah, that was pretty heavy contact there with Bailey. Harley Berry checking in saying, go Talon. Green flag back out. We are underway once again. Mancini holding on to the lead, and he is making the high side work. Still a 4-car battle. Bo's going to try to throw the slider, but he's got to grab the binders just a little bit. Doesn't quite open the door for Bailey, though. Bailey, Carter, and Allison all running up to the high side. Aaron Bowes in that number 64 Bicknell sponsored entry down to the inside. And we're still ahead of the normal feature distance for an iRacing type feature. You're kind of in that 25 to 30 lap window. We've already turned 65 laps here in Cedar Lake. What a fantastic night of racing so far. Bailey to the outside of Bose. He had the spot there. Bose trying to make the inside lane work. You can really see the racetrack starting to darken up around the inside, and especially at this end of the racetrack. Everywhere it's dark, it is slick as slick can be. I mean, you're driving on ice out there at this point. Sort of playing into the cards that Paul Mancini talked about, where he wanted to be consistent for the first 75 laps. He got some help getting towards the front of the field, and it's really about making the car work in that last 25 laps. It's going to be interesting for sure as they battle for the race lead. Bailey going to throw the big slider. Tries to get it hooked up on the outside. He might just have it done here, but Mancini's going to throw it right back at him. Mancini almost kisses the wall off the corner. Bailey had the spot at the halfway point of the straightaway. Mancini going to fight right back, though. Man, Bailey almost got in the back of Mancini there. He's going to complete the pass here on lap number 70. This is going to be a 2-car duel right now between Paul Mancini and Bryce Bailey for the race lead. Here comes the big slider. Mancini throws it up the racetrack. It's a haymaker. Not going to be enough. Caution flag is out for the 10th time here in this race. Possibly trouble for Lawson Zarensis. Let's see what happened here to the 12 machine. This was actually the battle right about 6th, 7th position. Oh, he got a little bit of help from Nico Flammer in the Doug Hoffman number 60. Oh, and then Flammer got gross in the middle of it. Bennett's there. Man, it looked like everybody towards the back of the pack got a piece of that. All started with Lawson Zarensis going around in the corner, though. So iRacing timing and scoring had Paul Mancini in front at the time of the caution, so that's going to put him ahead. Well, the comment up here from Addison Turok saying, go Bowman. Tyler Bowman up 8 spots to the 7th position. Not quite your hard charger for the night, though. That honor still belongs to Talon Carter. Currently running in the 3rd position there in the number 99. Up 18 spots from the drop of the green flag. What a run for Talon Carter. An exercise in disaster avoidance, if we've ever seen one. Green flag back in the air, and we are underway. Mancini grabs the lead over Bailey. Bailey going to try to throw the slider into 1 and 2. Mancini crosses back under. He's going to try it again here. Don't look now. Here's Aaron Bowes wanting a piece of the party as well. Mancini the crossover. They're almost 3 wide for the race lead. Bailey and Mancini going to run the high side. Bowes splits the difference. They're still 3 wide with 25 to go. Bryce Bailey, the race leader, now over Aaron Bowes. Paul Mancini going to fall back to the 3rd position and into the clutches of Talon Carter. Mancini not going anywhere, though. This is a 5-car battle for the race lead. And who's the 5th car in this party? Let's pick them up. It's the 78 of Briggs Danner. Don't doubt one bit that Briggs Danner will use the bumper to get around Bryce Bailey here late in this one. Danner looking to the inside of Carter. He'll get the pass completed there. Oh, makes a little bit of contact with Mancini. Caution flag is back out. Carter may have actually had Danner by just a nose. Pick up our hot shoe racewear instant replay. Trouble for Joseph Thaler in the 126. Looked like 75 got a little bit out of shape there. That was Levi Riffle. Contact with the 126 and him stopping is what brought out the caution flag there. So we'll give you the full field rundown here. Currently running in the 22nd position. Just getting our graphics set up here. Tucker Muffley will finish 22nd. Jack Skione 21st. Zach Kissler out of the race in the 20th position. Cole DeWeese out, will finish 19th. Michael Cozy 18th. Nico Flammer being shown out of the race in the 17th position, and Joe Failer now being scored 1 lap down in 16th. Anthony Trobach 15th, Lawson Zarensis 14th, Jesse Stroll, Levi Riffle, John Bennett, James Coslow up to your top 10s. Green flag's back in the air. Bailey has the lead on the restart. Oh, big out of the ballpark for Aaron Bowes. He did what Briggs Danner and Anthony Trobach did just a little bit ago. We're going to see that happen a bunch, I think, here. Here's Neil Allison looking to the inside of Danner. That's the battle for third as Bailey checks out the lead 1 second with 18 to go. Mancini trying to make the high side work. Danner going to run the middle of the racetrack and slide it up. He's already gone over the fence once. These guys obviously having to walk that very fine line of finding grip at the top of the racetrack. 17 laps remaining. Danner bounces it off the outside wall. That's going to let Talon Carter get to the inside. Danner now going to try the slider. Nice cross under by Talon Carter. He's going to hold on the spot down the straightaway. Bryce Bailey checking out here. The lead currently at 1.5 seconds, but it is shrinking a hair. We'll see if it opens back up again. We'll keep our eye on this battle for third. Talon Carter and Briggs Danner. Third place pays $35. Fourth pays absolutely nothing. $150 to win, $50 for second. We'll pick up the comment here from Jake Harris. Danner doing what he does in indoor racing, silently creeping to the front. Yeah, on a weekend that we should have been in Allentown. Yes, Briggs Danner is doing exactly that. Bryce Bailey, on the other hand, doing what he's pretty well known for, and that's domination. The lead now 2 seconds over Paul Mancini. Well, it was 2 seconds over Paul Mancini as the caution flag will fly again. Looks like trouble for Jesse Stroll and Connor Gross. Those cars making contact. And this is really tough for these cars. It looks almost like they get up against the outside, it starts to catch and just shoots you straight down the racetrack. It's almost like fighting it on asphalt. They say how you don't correct and oversteer on asphalt, because if you make that little bit of a right-hand turn, that's where the car's going to go. That seems like that's what's happening here. They get up way high on the racetrack, and the car grips up and shoots them in a straight line down towards the bottom of the racetrack. So with 10 to go, we're right back to asking the same question. Who's it going to be? Who's your pick to win tonight's Frosty 100 at Cedar Lake up in Wisconsin? Lights are out. Bailey and Mancini on the front row. Carter and Danner in row 2. Allison and Bowman row 3. Bennett Smith row 4. Koslow Trobach row 5. Fantastic recovery for Anthony Trobach as well. Carter gets to the inside of Mancini, and he's going to have the spot at the line. That's exactly what Bryce Bailey wants to see. But he's not quite going to get away from these guys. Oh, Mancini bounces it off the wall. Danner may have gotten into him just a little bit as Mancini came back off the fence. Trouble for Paul Mancini. That, I would think, is going to bring out a caution flag. Mancini back to 15th. Yep, there it is. Caution flag on the racetrack. And here it is. Here's what happened to Paul Mancini. Coming up in the, actually down the straightaway here, Mancini bounced it off the wall. And it just kind of stayed up there. Heavy contact, tough break for Paul Mancini. He led a ton of laps tonight. One little mistake is all it takes to basically remove you from contention here, because we're down to 6 to go. And with caution laps counting, there is not a lot of time for Paul Mancini to get back to the front. Oh, the comments are getting good now. Mike Wotring checking in saying Bailey should be teched for traction control. Yes, tire dope, traction control, and motor will all be teched. Full disassembly post-race here. That is so like a racer, though. Cheat up the car to win a race for charity. So now 4 to go. Aaron Bowes getting a wave around the pace car. Field getting doubled up now. Looky here. Bryce Bailey and Briggs Danner on the front row. Talon Carter and Neil Allison may be the beneficiaries of this. We're going to get quiet here and let you enjoy the show. What a pass by Briggs Danner. 2 to go. Lap and a half now. Danner throws the whole right side at Bryce Bailey. Bailey going to come back to the inside. Neil Allison right there as well. Top 5 all under a blanket. Oh, Bailey, big right side romance into Danner. This might be one of those, if he doesn't win it, nobody will. Danner fights back to the inside. White flag is out. 1 lap to go. Here's Allison. He's going to have one shot at Bryce Bailey. Off of turn number 4, checkered flag in the air. Bryce Bailey picks up the win over Neil Allison. Briggs Danner comes home 3rd. What a run for Talon Carter. In the 99, he's going to finish 4th. And he will be your $15 hard charger courtesy of Snydersville Raceway. There's your winner, Bryce Bailey. Trying to get the small block to do some donuts here. He's going to head for victory lane, loops it around backwards. He will get that number 2 machine parked right there on the front straightaway in victory lane here at Cedar Lake. Now, let's start our interviews here with the 3rd place finisher tonight, Mr. Briggs Danner. Briggs, let's talk first about the contact early on between you and Bryce and then the charge through the field.
Yeah, I was able to start pole, which helped me out, and Bryce come up through the, I guess he started like 6th or something. Came up through pretty quick and got into my left rear there and spun me around, which was, that was early on. But no, we both were able to come back up through the field. and he was just able to use me up a little bit more again. So it was a good race though. Me and Bryce and Paul and all the like Aaron Bowes was up there till he got wrecked out. It was really good racing, competitive. Pretty much everybody was respecting each other. But no, overall, not too bad of a night.
Yeah, that was a ton of fun to watch. We called it on the broadcast. When you two started on the front row for that last restart, there was going to be contact. That part was fairly inevitable, I would assume. Did you anticipate getting the whole right side of his car again with a lap and a half to go? Was that just something you kind of figured was coming?
Oh yeah, I knew it was coming, and he was just able to use me up better than I was able to use him up. I got into him a little bit that lap before. He kind of blocked the slider, and we rubbed it a little bit and got hooked. But he was just in the right spot at the right time, and you can't control anything else.
Yeah, we got to talk about this a little bit last night, but what are your plans for the season here? And tell everybody who you got to thank and all the sponsors and all that fun stuff.
Yeah, so next year we're going wingless sprint car racing with the USAC East Coast Tour. It's 360s, and I got to thank Bill Gallagher and Kurt Michael and everybody involved in that that was able to put me in that situation. And we're running modified, our family-owned modified. Got to thank E. Schneider and Sons Recycling, Ironton Telephone, GCZ Lumber, Roller Street Pub. Everybody that makes it possible. I feel like we're gonna have a really good year this year. We got a new speedster coming on the way, so hopefully we can make it my best year yet and go from there.
Well, hey, a lot of luck to you. You are going to be a very, very busy man over the next calendar year. So Happy New Year from everybody here at the National Racing Network, and good luck this season.
Yeah, thanks, you too. Appreciate it.
So there you go. That's Briggs Danner. He finished in the third position here. Let's bring in Neil Allison because he was your runner-up tonight by 0.3 of a second to Bryce Bailey, which did you anticipate being that close to the front as we got to the end of this thing, Neil?
To be honest with you, no. I haven't ran these modifieds on iRacing that much. I knew I had some speed and the warm-up and stuff, but had some luck fall my way and brought it home second. I'll take it.
Yeah, you had one of the best views of the Bailey versus Danner feud that was going on in front of you there with a lap and a half to go. How cautious were you being knowing that they could wreck in front of you and really the win could be right there for the taking?
Oh yeah, that was going through my head the whole time. They were ripping the top, throwing each other some slide jobs, and I didn't want to go up there, and if they did have something happen, be a part of it. So I was just gonna ride around the bottom and hopefully it'd fall into my lap, but kind of did. I'll take the second any day of the week.
Yeah, that was a whole lot of fun to watch tonight. You're $50 richer, and all in all, not a bad night for the American Cancer Society either. Tell us what your plans are for the 2021 season and who you got to thank.
Yeah, I just got to thank CPG Graphics and Racing Rehab and everybody that sponsored you for broadcasting this race. It's a lot of fun. 2021 season, I just run the Micro 600, around Millbridge, around here in North Carolina.
Yeah, you're one of the names we're picking up down south, and we're starting to hear a bunch about here. So, Neil, good luck this season, and hopefully we get to see you up here in the Northeast for 600 Speed Week or some of the fun shows like that.
I'll definitely try to make it up there for the Speed Week and stuff. But, yeah, thank you for having me. Thanks for broadcasting this good race.
Yeah, that one was a whole lot of fun. That was Neil Allison, your runner-up finisher. Let's bring in tonight's race winner. There's no shortage of stories to talk about here. Excuse me. Bryce Bailey, you're $150 richer. You pick up tonight's Frosty 100 for the American Cancer Society. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. Tonight was that was a fun last couple laps. We were both doing what we had to do to win the race. He kind of gave me a little elbow, and I just returned it back. Yeah, it was just hard racing, and I wouldn't go back and redo anything. I'm sure he wouldn't either. It was just good hard racing, and we drove through the fields pretty fairly easy, and the yellows kind of hurt me there when I got the lead. I just wanted to run away a little bit, but the yellows kind of hurt our momentum and just killed our rhythm. But overall, it was a pretty fun race.
Yeah, the initial contact you had with Briggs, did you figure that a penalty might be coming for that, or did you just kind of see that as kind of the nature of modified racing?
Well, he got really sideways. I think he got in the wall, and I don't know, I just didn't think I was that close to him, and I barely touched him. I just watched the replay, and I barely touched him and just snapped him around. And as soon as we touched it, I apologized in the room. I didn't, no intentions there. I mean, I think it was lap 10 or whatever. No need to push an issue that early, but it all worked out, and we drove back to the field with no issues.
So you now have a very busy 2021 season coming up, and actually we saw your post on social media earlier today. You're even still looking for a little sponsorship help, but what are your plans for this season, and who do you got to thank?
Yeah, we're gonna go 602 modified racing. We're gonna start our season off down in South Carolina with the dirt car, one of the big dirt car races, and we're gonna try to travel the Northeast a little bit and just see where that goes.
All right, well, there you go. Bryce Bailey, you got any sponsors mentions you want to get in here real quick?
Yeah, can't thank FX Caprera and Coaches Pizza for all they've done for me, real life and in the sim, and you guys for broadcasting this, and all the sponsors that put up all the prize money.
All right, Bryce, well, congratulations on the win, and good luck this season.
Thank you.
All right, let's bring in our event hosts here. Anthony Trobach, Tyler Bowman, you guys have done some fantastic stuff tonight, both on and off the racetrack. A couple of top 10 finishes for you. Anthony, you were up front for a good part of the race here. This was just a lot of good fun tonight for a good cause.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, and yeah, it kind of was up front, and I stepped on myself there, but I'm glad that everybody came out and everybody had fun. Congrats to Bryce for winning the race, and I'd like to thank all of our sponsors, Flow Coding, CPG Graphics. I gotta get the list. Everybody else that was involved in making this happen, TJ, Briggs Danner, Jesse Stroll, Johnny Bennett, everybody that donated money to American Cancer Society, we really appreciate it. This was for a good cause and for fun. It was a fun night. It was a fun night.
Yeah, this one was a blast. Tyler, the number, I last saw it before the race. We were at $400 raised for the American Cancer Society. Has that number gone up at all over the course of the broadcast? Actually, let's pull that up here while we have a second. It's the wrong graphics. Tyler, you with us?
Yeah, sorry. I was just looking. We actually, it's up to 450 now.
There you go. 400.
So that's not bad.
Yeah, there you go. $450 to the American Cancer Society, and we'll put the graphics up here. PayPal.me/Tyler Bowman 79. It's how you can donate to the American Cancer Society. Very, very cool to see racers giving back and helping out in a year where a lot of racers are struggling. What does it mean to be able to put on an event like this?
It means a lot, raising it for American Cancer Society. It really hits home for me personally, knowing, my grandma went through cancer and she lost the battle. I had my other grandma, she been fighting the battle and she won. So to put it on and raise the money for American Cancer Society, and it really means a lot, for everything that's been happening for not only me, but everybody else that has a family member that's, dealt with cancer or dealing with cancer.
Yeah, definitely. Just to piggyback off what he said, cancer affected a lot of families, and we were deciding between Alzheimer's awareness and cancer, and not that they're any different, but I mean, cancer really hit home for a lot of people, and I feel like it really needed the help kind of to get it rolling and get everything good.
Yeah, that's one of those that we often forget. We get the kind of niche organizations, whether it's breast cancer awareness or prostate cancer awareness, but in all reality, the work that the American Cancer Society does is really important and helps a whole lot more people than anybody could realize. So, gentlemen, this was a fantastic event tonight. Thank you very much for letting us handle the broadcast on it.
Yeah, thank you so much. And thanks to everybody out there watching, tuned in. Hope you guys enjoyed the show.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah, this one has been a whole lot of fun. And with that, we're going to wrap up our coverage here from Cedar Lake Speedway and up there in Wisconsin. And we have a whole bunch more fun stuff coming up for you. Wednesday night, it's going to be another doubleheader. The Quarter Midget iRacing Club, the kids you got to see to kick off the night, they're going to be back running their Wednesday series. I believe either third race of the Wednesday series, and they'll have a total of 4 more coming up over the next month. And then we're also going to have the Snydersville Speedway Wide Open Wednesday series. So that one's going to be a whole lot of fun as well coming up on Wednesday. We talked a little bit about this last night, but this is really the big kickoff week for the racing calendar for the 2021 season. Starting tomorrow night with the preliminary night for the Chili Bowl Nationals in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and finishing up December 5th with the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix for the Formula One Series. Our national and international calendar shows 776 events, and it's still growing as more national series are releasing their schedules. This week, it's the Chili Bowl, and we also pick things up on Thursday with the Dirt Car Sunshine Nationals from Volusia Speedway Park in Barberville, Florida. That's the World of Outlaw late models. You can catch that one on Dirt Vision if you're a Fast Pass holder. Flow Racing will have the Chili Bowl, full Chili Bowl, up to the C main. Once the C main hits, the C main, the pole dash, the B main, and the 55-lap A main for the Chili Bowl, that will flip over to MAV TV on the television side of things. And yeah, just a ton of racing coming up. Also, the next week we have the General Tire Winter Nationals presented by Line X from Alltech Raceway. That's the Lucas Oil late models. The ARCA CRA Super Series kicks off their Speed Fest from Showtime Speedway, Pinellas Park, Florida. The Roar Before the 24 for the IMSA WeatherTech Sports Car Championship from the Daytona International Speedway. Wild Wing Shootout at Arizona Speedway. I mean, you name it, there is just a ton of racing coming up here, and you're going to get to see a lot of it live on television. There's no better time to be a racing fan. So for everybody here at the National Racing Network, it has been a pleasure to bring this night of racing to you. My name is Chris Graham. We thank you all very, very much for joining us. And we would ask you all to stay safe, have a great night, and we will talk to you soon. Have a good night, everybody.